His background, you know that gif of Elmo with the fire?
Yeah.
I can't do
Your
anything
arms
with my hands out.
completely blend into the fire.
I try. I don't know how to do it.
I'm all set on my end.
Why is it? One moment. I'm annoyed. This one corner keeps like phasing in, so I'm just gonna put my comforter correctly.
All right, I need to.
Be right back.
Are you gonna have a face, or are you not gonna have a face?
Who are you talking to?
You.
I just said I'm gonna fix that.
Okay, because I need to rearrange people's names then. I can do that when you come back.
Yeah.
But I figured out my general problem.
This is not cute.
Have myself on voice activities when I'm using the button whenever I need to talk, which is going to be all
I need to put
the time.
You're the one who wanted to be a DM.
everyone
It was
should be a
bad.
DM.
Yeah. Welcome to my domain, Flames.
Oh my god.
I think you're having too much fun with Nitro.
I'm
I
just
mean, I could do this.
not willing to pay for
Why
it.
the fuck does that work so well? Wait, that's not a... Yeah, why does that work so well? My backgrounds always look stupid. I hate having long hair sometimes. That's not true. That's
For the
like the
plums.
only instance that I don't like having long
It's
hair.
the benefit of having like really short hair.
Yeah.
No,
So
fudge
it
or
feels so
not.
weird having 5 o'clock shadow.
It's weird that you have a face.
I know. I find it weird too. I just hide.
I know.
Miss Jess, how is your stream setup coming along?
Very soon it will be as it should be.
Perfect.
I just have to switch your names around. Because since Dalton has a face, things are a little different than they normally are. I very much appreciate
That's
Dalton having a face.
Kind of works.
All right,
Oh,
I
nope, there
am
I go.
going live right now. Everyone can watch me eat burger. Burger time. It is
How?
burger time.
How are we all feeling? Are we all ready, do we think, to start?
Yes.
Yes,
Burger
although I
time.
do need to actually open up Roll20. That might
Yeah,
Probably
that might be
important.
helpful.
Everyone can watch me eat burger time while our faces are huge.
All right. Well, welcome everyone to the current episode of Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Thank you all for joining me this lovely week. I appreciate all of your presences here. Can we have a quick moment of appreciation that Jess is back with us after
Yay.
almost a month of absence?
I don't
So
feel like
thank you, Jess.
garbage.
Yay!
We love when we don't feel like garbage.
My skin isn't burnt off and all that good stuff.
That's a lot.
Mhm.
Would anyone like to kick off the recap of last episode? Don't everybody jump up at once.
I do it all the time. I'm letting other people do it.
It's
Fair.
semi-fresh in my head because I literally was just talking to Jess about it. So, the only thing I need is I always forget the exact pinpoint. If I can get the pinpoint of where we started, I can do the whole episode. But what was the actual, if somebody else could tell me the pinpoint of what we actually started on.
Does anyone happen to recall what the specific start of last episode was?
It was, Gordon was fighting some mean locks.
That's right.
That is correct.
Okay, yes.
Well, the
Okay.
last thing I remember, we were trying to get up a mountain
No, we're
that
not-
looked
we're
like
not
Howl's
gonna-
Castle.
Well, here's the thing. Zalora missed the last 2 sessions. So
one and
for
a half.
I did get a
really
recap,
quick recap
But
of
I
the
was
one.
just being, I was being facetious.
Yes.
Oh, do you need a recap of the last 2 episodes or no?
No. I watched and/or got recaps. I was just
Gotcha.
trying to be funny.
Perfect.
Yes.
So we kicked off last episode with Gordon casting silence
Yes.
around himself and what he thought was one, but was actually a pair of meanlocks. Tiny, nasty little fey creatures.
So he made a deal. He was talking to them, and he didn't want them to attack Jingle Jangle, but they wanted to feed. So he made a deal that if he gave up his nightmares and his energy, they would leave Jingle Jangle alone. They said okay. We obviously didn't know anything was going on because of silence. Then they crossed through. They exited the bedroom, crossed through the living room, which let us make like perception type checks to see if we heard them crossing through the living room.
Which the party did excruciatingly slowly.
Yes.
They woke up one at a time.
Some of us going back to sleep and then having to be reawoken later.
This is true.
Rolling
Also,
the
for clarity's sake, Zalora, the meanlocks looked like this.
You'll remember them from Candlekeep.
You
Will
might,
I?
actually.
Let me,
Oh, did
Bring
you
it
not
up.
see them?
Oh no, I wanted to show the stream because I had us on full face.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, they are up on Roll20 right now.
They look
Uh,
like
so-
humpback beetles.
They do! They were also speaking telepathically with Gordon, which is how they could continue speaking under the effects of the silence spell.
Sexy.
So the meanlocks and Gordon went outside so that the meanlocks could feed upon him. Does anyone else care to continue the recap after that point? I'm gonna start calling on people.
I can just keep going.
No, I think it's Wyatt's turn.
Okay.
It was his fight.
Hey, you in the back.
So, after messing around with him a little bit, letting him probe and having fun with them, getting frustrated, I finally failed.
Letting them probe.
It went worse than I thought it would have. Turns out I start convulsing while everyone else bursts out of the hut after having argued, woken up, tried to figure out what the hell I was even doing in the first place.
This is correct.
All of this is applicable. I don't remember. We outright started a brawl while I was still. This is
So
why my memory's horrible.
Cedric had gone outside to check out what was happening, and the meanlocks essentially mean-mugged him into going back inside. Also, you had told him that this was your fight to take care of.
Thank you.
Amara did not accept that so much,
Nope.
and rallied the troops to go out after you, fortunately before the meanlocks were able to completely psychically subdue you.
Yeah, we got our first notable quotable.
Yeah, I got a quote. That was fun.
Oh, that's true.
The creation of the notable quotables.
Under the miscellaneous tab in the informations, you will see a new section under miscellaneous titled Notable Quotables.
Christened by Amara Celtis.
So the party engaged in a brief battle with the meanlocks, but something interrupted the fight. Cedric or Amara, would you care to explain what that was?
I believe the meanlocks called Cedric Majesty, and Cedric started to try to use that as leverage to get them to just not kill us.
That is absolutely correct.
At the time, I thought it was what's Bavlorna, but in character, we still don't know that it's not that.
In character, you have a pretty good idea that the fact that you were crowned a monarch and given a crown of gold is probably something that has to do with that. But after that, the party discovered the hole through which the meanlocks were making their way into Jingle Jangle's home, so that Jingle Jangle could board it up. She gave the party a key, the key to Slanty Tower, And with that errand done, you made your way out. Oh! Let's not forget what happened that morning. Because a very important decision was made and a deal was struck that morning.
One way to put it.
It's a fun way to put it, I think.
Yeah. So that morning, after Cedric had attempted to see if the spell would go away just off of him going unconscious, he succeeded in knocking himself unconscious, but the spell was still remaining. So due to that, Cedric went to the only thing he could think of, which was asking the patron, his household patron, for assistance. And that was an ordeal and a half.
It was.
Hey, Kyle.
Kudana
With
had...
Can you put this in the
You
freezer?
can go ahead.
With the party's help, Cedric summoned Kudana, a devil who was a patron of familial betrayal. And agreed to a warlock pact with her, so that she could assist him in fending off this curse.
In exchange for...
Well, she demanded an act of fealty from Cedric.
against a family member.
Against someone he considered family. And what did Cedric do?
Cedric used a spell that he had not used previously because the spell had ties to when another family member betrayed him. And he struck at Amara. And knowing my luck, I rolled the nat 20 on it.
It was very fun for the whole family.
Oh no!
I literally, if I had rolled like average on the dice instead of below average, I would have knocked out Amara.
It's fine.
Give me
Everything's
one
fine.
second.
Interesting.
All the tippy taps.
Yeah, sorry about that. But with that pact made, Kudana offered a boon to Cedric in addition to an opportunity to trade out his innate magic for hers. So, with that power in hand, and with the enchantment from Bavlorna held at bay for the time being, Cedric learned it can only strike at him once per day. The party made their way to Slanty Tower, where they retrieved both Sir Talavar's magic sword, which functions for any medium creature as a dagger,
Question.
because Sir Talavar is about the size of a cat.
Question.
Yes.
So you said he got a boon and traded his magic, or the boon was he traded his magic?
He received both, though the
Oh,
party
okay.
is unaware of the boon that he
Okay,
got.
I didn't know if Kyle had forgot or if Alistair just doesn't know. Okay,
No.
cool.
Alistair does not know.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kyle
Mr.
forgot to
DM
tell me
didn't
about
tell
that
me.
little demon
So,
summoning
actually,
shit.
Jess, when I did the recap like 2 weeks ago, I did tell you about the devil, but when I did today's recap, I did forget the devil. So,
I know you told me in secret.
I told you secretly, the party does not know what the boon is.
Oh.
And Cedric has also not told the party that he
Yeah.
has.
yes.
So the players don't know what the boon is. The characters don't know if the boon exists at all.
Yeah, gotcha.
No, I was just
Ah.
talking about the demon summoning.
Devil.
It
It's
was alluded to
fine.
in the RP.
I love when players summon devils. Like, it's one of my favorite things.
Demons.
Shannon knows all about creatures that make deals with players.
Or aspects of
Aspects of
deception,
abstract concepts.
kitsunes, whatever.
Anyway, beings that make deals are fun for me. Anyway,
Yeah.
the
So-
party retrieved... sorry, yes.
I was just gonna say, just so if anyone's watching, we created an RP channel for off weeks when we couldn't get together, and there's been a lot of that. I have severely been lost. There's been a lot of RP.
There has been a tremendous amount of RP, and I do want to thank everyone for being involved in it, because everyone has been involved in it at some point. So I want to just take a moment to appreciate y'all's commitment and investment in this campaign really quickly. But moving along, the party retrieved both Sir Talavar's dagger, which is a +1 dagger that also allows the user to breathe out a cloud of fairy dragon euphoria breath, as well as a fang taken from one of the serpents around Slanty Hill that has been imbued with a certain degree of spite and magic.
And found inside a skeleton, if I remember correctly.
In the hand of a skeleton.
Oh, okay. That's better.
A little bit, not much.
Not much.
But with those in hand, the party has continued their walk through hither as the swamp water rises around your ankles. But we do not join our party in hither. Not quite yet. For after entering Telemy Hill, one member of the party fell into a deep slumber and has only recently begun to stir. So we don't join our party in hither. Instead, we go down. Far, far down. Oh, that's very loud. Also not...
Would you say you go down fathoms below?
I would say I go down
Is that a reference I don't understand?
below.
It's the opening song to The Little Mermaid.
We go somewhere deep, dark, where weight and direction have almost no meaning. Zalora, your consciousness, this is also not what I wanted. Your consciousness is floating somewhere in a darkness that is unfamiliar to you, but a weightlessness that is very familiar. And you found yourself summoned here. And you're not quite physical in this space, but you are very present. What is Zalora's reaction to being here?
Kind of like just like deep terror and like completely like petrified, like unable to move yet, like not being able to breathe but wanting to like move at the same time, like not knowing, like being here a million times and yet knowing she can never escape.
Zalora, this pressure threatens to crush you as you feel yourself drift. Not down, but almost further in to this space that is not space. And just as the pressure begins to feel too much, it lessens. Your chest lightens. You can take in a breath of the water around you. But as the weight of pressure lifts, there is a sense of attention upon you. And you see an eye open, glowing with soft bioluminescence in the depths. And this eye opens larger than you. And next to it, another. And another. You see at least a dozen eyes opening in uncountable rings in front of you, and behind you, and around you, and whatever this being is, it is unimaginable in its scale. And it speaks to you. And it says, "Never before have you entered my lair. Fascinating. You are in need." And this is a voice that is familiar to you. It is one that has spoken to you in the depths of your despair. But you've never heard this voice. When you've heard this voice previously, it took on a cast of someone close to you. The voice of your mother, of one of your teachers, of one of your nurses. But this time it speaks to you honestly, as itself. Zalora, what do you say to it?
I was helpless. I was helpless before. I needed something. I needed a way out. I need it.
You need a way out.
I needed to be more. I was less, and I needed more.
Zalora, something touches your side. Something long and heavy, but it caresses you almost gently, cradling you like a parent does a child. And the figure says, "You are so much more than you know. You have but to give in to the depths within you. Surrender yourself to that which is other within you." Zalora, you feel a presence, a side of your own inner magic that shifts as your attention comes upon it. And you almost feel this being settle within you. And then, Zalora, you wake up. You are currently outside Slanty Hill, your eyes open as the humidity of hither once again makes itself very much known around you. And you see the other members of your party getting ready to move on. But you are once again conscious. But that presence is still right there in the back of your mind.
So dry.
Everyone, you notice Zalora wake up for the first time in about a day and a half.
Well, good morning, Sleeping Beauty.
I think she's more the Little Mermaid.
The implications of the Little Mermaid existing in this world are staggering.
Well, Sleeping Beauty is also a Disney thing. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, what sea creature would purposely choose to grow legs? Weird.
Personally, I'd take the tail.
Zalora, Zalora, you have legs right now. You actively have legs.
I said, who would willingly choose?
I mean, you get to walk on land.
It's a good point.
Yeah.
Fins
What?
would be underwater only, but legs you can do both. They're more efficient.
Who
That's
would
true.
choose to be on land?
I
There's
mean,
so much more to this world that's underwater than there is above
Exactly.
land.
You'd want to do both.
Why? It's so dry up here.
To everyone else,
There's
it
flowers.
is
and plants.
unbearably humid right now.
I'm using
I'm
my
not gonna
tail
question
to
that.
fan myself. I'm just fanning myself.
Your tiny little cottontail?
Yes, exactly. It's just behind me
Like
wagging,
how?
trying to generate
How?
a breeze.
Incredible.
And I'm
It's
like, wait,
failing
I
miserably.
have gust, so I just start gusting myself with my gust.
There
Oh,
you go.
God. Yeah, speaking of somebody from Louisiana, that just makes it worse. Because then you're blowing the humidity onto yourself. I have a very angry dog at my door. Hang on one second.
Yeah, I heard her making noise.
Yeah,
No, I'm
I
not
don't
letting
want
her
to
have my
destroy-
chicken, and she's not thrilled about that.
For a second there, I thought that was a New Orleans. Like, it's something about living in New Orleans. I got a dog at my door, and I'm like, what is that? What's that?
I said Louisiana, not New Orleans.
Yes, I meant. Sorry,
yeah.
I meant to say Louisiana when I was quoting it. Yes.
There's only one city in Louisiana
Yes,
that's
we
worth
covered
visiting.
this before.
hmm
But I just thought it was a saying. Like, there's a dog at my door.
Like your puppies are barking at you?
Yeah, they say my dogs are barking. That is a saying.
But Zalora is awake, and the party knows that they need to keep going lest they run out of time before Cedric's curse acts up again.
Onward.
Which
Onward.
Zalora doesn't know about in character, by the way.
Yeah, we'll catch her up in character. Yes.
I mean,
Cool,
she
cool,
found
cool.
out in character just later, technically.
That's fair. So that discussion can have happened as you get moving.
Yeah.
On the map is like relative distance wise. Where are we? How far are we north from Slanty Tower right now?
You have only just left Slanty Tower.
Oh, okay.
Because you were trying to like negotiate how to get Zalora's still unconscious form easily carried out. But now Zalora's awake, and the problem has been solved.
Yes.
So as the party continues onwards, I am going to ask for another, and I'm sure everyone's amped to hear this, group survival check.
Definitely putting points into survival as I level up. No, I'm just kidding.
It's weird to have a campaign that's like centered around exploration of an unknown territory.
Don't remind me. I'm still
Ooh,
feeling
I'm
like
pretty
an
good
inadequate
at
rogue
that, but
because
I rolled
of
like
not
garbage.
Yeah.
Today's looking like a good Cedric deck.
not doing survival as a rogue has made me question my choices.
Wait, but you're not a rogue, you're a ranger.
Ranger, yeah, that's
Rangers
right.
should even more have survival.
Rangers definitely should have survival.
Hey, my druid has a shitty nature, so I can't touch
I-
that.
I put a lot of things into insight and intelligence things.
All right. Fortunately, you have a pretty good idea of where you need to be going. So the DC wasn't high for that. You don't get there very quickly. The party has several run-ins with sinkholes in the swamp that require you to pull each other out on occasion. But you do make consistent, albeit slow, progress to the north. You left Slanty Tower in, I believe, the early afternoon. So it is coming up on dusk in-game when you hit a particularly thick section of the swamp.
Oh no. Oh. No.
You are starting in the southeast corner of this map. The fog has become incredibly thick around you, to the point that you can't easily see more than 20 feet around you in any direction.
If we're considering anything that happened in the chat to be canon, Gordon is currently carrying me.
Yep.
Stupendous. I love that.
I'm assuming that 20 feet is
it
even
is
with
actually-
advanced dark vision.
Yeah, because this isn't darkness, it's fog.
Got it, just wanted to make sure.
Like that Alistair went from being carried by one hopeless romantic to the other. You'll
Well,
never
at some
escape
point-
it.
At some point, Amara abandoned me, and so
Yeah, so let's take a moment to have any discussions that y'all want to have in character on your way over here. So if anyone wants to run any quick scenes or catch Zalora up on anything that's happened, like particular, let's call it, let's call it engagements that the party might have had in the meantime.
Zalora, do you want it quick and fast, or you want it slow and played out?
At this point, I'd rather have it quick and fast, like,
Alright. So Gordon opened the vase. Cedric is cursed now. We're all fucked. Cedric could die. Bavlorna's evil. Was it Bavlorna? Yeah. Bavlorna's evil, and we're headed to the Frog People village. Yeah, you're caught up. We also got some stuff over at the tower there.
I've heard of blunt, but my
I asked if she wanted it blunt. She said she wanted it blunt. I gave it to her blunt.
I mean, he does fight things with his fists, and fists are pretty much the most blunt object you could possibly have.
Bludgeoning, baby.
Either okay, that's one way to put that. Okay.
you are never going to act as my partner if I do this line of work. I just
Wait, anything else happen?
Oh yeah, that one's not mine to tell though.
I got ravaged by a bug.
Oh yeah, there was a mean lock who did psychic stuff.
Didn't you? Yeah, I was gonna save you from that, but you and my shadow told me not to. So
Well, your shadow's kind of a
wait,
dick,
wait,
to be
wait.
fair.
Your shadow
I-
talks? Because I'm pretty sure I asked if your shadow could talk before, and I wasn't given an answer. Your shadow
I don't
can
know.
talk?
I don't know. Maybe it can. Maybe it can't. Who knows?
Cedric's shadow underneath him shrugs.
Okay, so yeah, he can hear us and he can talk. Cool, good to know.
Amara does this thing where she's like, to the shadow,
Yeah.
I'm watching you. I don't like you. I don't trust this.
Amara, when you look at it, it's matching Cedric's movements perfectly.
Yes, but I've seen it do otherwise.
You absolutely have.
I have been the one to notice the shadow first.
But yeah, I look at the other two and say, there's that thing, right? The thing, guys, the thing.
No idea what you're talking about.
Nope. What thing?
Well, in canon, I'm pretty sure you would have been
Oh
doing
my.
some physical actions,
There was a mud fight at some point, yes.
and some
Yes.
like holding hands or whatever, or like holding.
Hey, that's their decision to make, Kyle.
No. They had it happen in character in the chat, and the chat is canon.
A lot of walking happened while Zalora was out.
No,
They
Zalora
can
was
decide-
awake for that stuff.
No, but he has a point. Like, Cedric and Amara have been holding hands, and like, you may have seen Amara kiss him on the cheek a couple times.
Oh. Well,
Yeah,
Somebody hasn't been reading the most recent chat.
that was kind of my
Yeah.
point. And Zalora entered
Maybe
the
I
chat,
haven't been.
like midway through, and I'm like, so Zalora in the chat knows, but Zalora in the game doesn't know, so we need to fix that.
is anything being withheld from Zalora right now? Is the main question.
I don't think so, no.
No.
Alright, so Zalora, you are caught up on the fact that Amara and Cedric are now officially dating.
Nothing that's not in the open is being withheld.
And Gordon
Yeah.
and Alistair
any
definitely
sense.
have like a will they, won't they, but we really don't know what direction that's taken yet.
And we now know the name of Gordon's baby.
I wouldn't say it that way.
Whatever.
No.
Gordon, you have a kid? You never told me. Ugh, trust ruined.
I went to say the word, and the word flew out of my mouth, and then another word came. I gave up.
Nice.
If I have a child, this is the first I've heard of
Perfect.
I
Justice
don't know.
just got caught
Furry
up on the
items.
RP chat, so I was like, "Is there anything else I should know?"
No,
That's
Something
fair,
about
fair.
furry bra.
a lot of it. Yeah, there was a B word that was never solved, and it's still bothering Kyle. So
Don't worry about
What?
it. Don't worry about
you
it.
don't understand. I will worry about it, and the amount of you telling me don't worry about it does not help the situation.
Still mad because I was told what it was and I didn't believe him, and then he checked and it was actually correct, and I'm upset about how correct it was.
What were you talking about?
So
Don't worry.
Never mind,
Gordon-
never mind.
Yeah, okay.
Don't worry.
Gordon's
Gordon's
made
story.
a joke, but no one got it. Then and Cedric got it, but then me and Amara didn't get it. It was a whole thing.
Alright. Alright,
Yep.
fun.
But yeah, in the chat, Jess, it's a lot of like, oh, what were your past stories? And we all tell a story, or like we ask a question and then we all answer the question. So it's a lot of getting to know you is a lot of what the RP chat has been.
Yeah.
I think the
And-
latest thing was a giant, besides the mud fight, was a giant fight over what to do with like the curse and stuff.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did have that.
We definitely kept having almost plans and then not getting anywhere and then giving up.
Well, that's because our plan is contingent on what we find whenever we
Yes.
go to this town.
And,
Like,
Yeah.
and
we
the
can do
actual-
literally nothing right now.
And of course, the actual gameplay stuff that actually happens between exactly.
Yeah, that's fair too.
All right.
Plans are hard.
Yes.
This
they
is
are.
very true.
Okay.
especially when y'all have a. Won't let me do stuff.
Say that again.
Nobody said that you couldn't do shady shit. We just accidentally derailed talking about shady shit. To be fair. No
We
one told you
derail-
no.
So
We
it's not.
derail a lot.
You are breaking up,
Oh,
Wyatt.
right.
Back
I
to
could
the
not
Yeah,
hear
game.
you.
you're breaking up something awful. I can't get the full sentence out of you.
Back to the game.
Yeah.
Um,
Wyatt, you might want to reload.
Wyatt, can you hear us clearly? Let's double check that.
He's making words.
Oh, wait. We
Oh,
can't
now
hear you.
his-
You should leave.
Are
and
you
come back.
muted?
Nope, he's
I
not
don't
muted.
think he is. Oh.
No, I meant like there's a you can be muted like here and not.
Oh.
I say as if you know what I'm pointing to, but like headset.
Well, we can see your face now. So we, did
We can see your face
what
now,
you're
so we
pointing
do know what you're pointing to.
to. You can use hand gestures and facial
Uh,
things and.
Wyatt, say a thing.
I was gonna say,
There's a delay though, but yeah.
It's
Hey,
still-
Kyle, hold
yeah,
on.
you're very choppy.
Yeah.
Say a full sentence.
Wyatt, are you using your phone right now?
it's the only thing I can use. I don't have a mic or
Oh.
camera.
Oh,
That's
You're
fine.
fine that time.
you're good.
Go to make sure that if you're using voice activity, that you have your sensitivity fairly low, so that it's picking up your voice at all times. Because I've had a similar issue with that exact thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, because before you were cutting in and out mid sentence, but that last time when you talked, it was perfectly fine. So I don't know what's
Yeah.
up.
All the way low?
Headset.
Yes, put it all the way low, so that if you make any noise at all, it catches you.
Okay. Well, how about
Especially
this?
the puppy.
That's perfect. I'm
All right.
hearing you just fine. Shannon, your cat is like
That was
barrel,
weird.
I
full
heard
on
that.
charging at your door.
I heard that. God damn
Yeah,
it.
she's
I keep
body
getting
slamming.
interrupted by cats.
See, Dalton looks like he's shined upon like an angel.
I was gonna say looks like he's underwater, but yeah, that works too.
I'm a devil.
Mm. Not to us,
Yeah, but you can
Dalton.
speak celestial. Just
I
saying.
mean, yes, I can. But yeah, actually, here I can make it better.
Ironic.
Here,
I just want to sing
There
"In
you
the Arms of an Angel."
is that better?
So we're in a dense part of the swamp, JD. Tell us more.
I was
Yeah,
waiting.
we're getting very distracted. Sorry.
You are, but it's also fun, and it's pseudo in character, so I was letting it happen. But you have entered a particularly dense area of the swamp. The air hangs heavy and thick around you, and the fog has grown in to a point where you can barely see around you at all. Can I get a perception check from the group?
Disadvantage or anything, or just perception?
Just straight perception. This is not based on sight.
It's option.
Stop offering disadvantage
There we
to it.
go.
You can do it for your own roles. Stop doing it to ours.
Yeah, Dulcin, no DMing yet. Wait for Thursday, fucker.
Wow.
Wow.
Zalora, am I waiting on a perception check from you
Yeah,
as well?
sorry, I was rubbing something into my hands, and I didn't want my mouse all. I don't
All
see
goopy?
shit.
Yeah. Oh, boy, howdy. I feel like Cedric, Gordon, and Zalora are currently locked in a discussion about Cedric's new relationship status. Whereas Amara and Alistair have managed to keep something of their wits about them. as
Laura's
they
like,
walk
I
through.
should really teach them the dance, like I taught those people at the. I keep want to call it a circus, but I know it's not a circus.
Carnival.
The carnival. Do you
Which
think-
means Alistair and Amara, you two are the first ones to see this little dude.
He's cute.
I'm torn because he kind of looks like a very skinny meanlock, and I'm not about it.
We're like a moth goblin.
He is what looks like a little sprite or pixie made of mud. And you almost didn't see him at first because the lily pad he's on is half submerged in the mud, so he blends in almost perfectly. But the two of you do see him.
Interesting.
And when your attention turns to him, he goes, "Hmm?" And you also hear the sounds of others squelching, as if the mud is moving around in this direction.
Oh, that's lovely.
I just take any opportunity I can to say the word squelch.
Yummy.
Neffany,
Oh.
what is that? Is it a good thing or a bad thing?
The little creature is... The little creature goes... and Neffany says, and Neffany is going to make a roll.
Is that Sylvan?
Have Amara and
Ne-
or Alistair pointed it out to the party? Or
That's
no?
a good question, have you?
When
Amara has said out loud to Neffany, what is that?
Yeah.
At the same time, I was gonna say, yeah, it looks like we got a little mud, little creature, and I point the mud creature out.
That's good.
I'm gonna wave to it.
Nephany says, "It looks like it's mud."
I mean, yes, that is. I was hoping that you might have a little more
She's-
local knowledge.
we got
Gonna go trot on over towards it.
Is it speaking Sylvan? Can you speak with it?
Nephany shakes her head.
Oh yeah,
I
forgot
don't know
Nephany is
what that's
now,
to.
like dog
Was,
spray.
was that the no to it speaking Sylvan, or you not being able to speak to it?
Both.
Ah, okay.
Gonna say,
When you get closer, the creature is going to dive into the mud and disappear under the surface.
Is it like a mud method?
That's literally what it is. But in character, we don't know that. Yeah.
I mean, if y'all want to roll me either a nature... I'll give this a nature or arcana check, your choice, to identify it. And Alistair and Nephany pointed it out, so you know... so everyone can make that check if they wish.
Plus 1 on both of them.
I know less.
Alistair, you got a 0.
And he's
Let's-
technically kind of this land too.
Okay, I'm alright with
I'm
this.
definitely the most traveled person here, and I don't know.
Well, you didn't lose your
Spectacular.
memory, I
You
guess.
don't remember any of it.
I mean, no, I mean the carnival. I don't mean pre as.
Oh,
pre-
yeah.
Alistair, what is the assumption you make about this creature?
That this whole swamp is alive, and that was just like one puppet hand of.
It's essentially a pseudopod of this swamp and the mud, and the entirety of the mud is alive.
Yes.
Alistair, you are standing waist deep in a living creature.
Yes, I
You're
was gonna say
convinced
that
of
loud. I'm
this.
like, guys, I think we're in its hip. Like that was a hand, and we're inside of its leg or arm or something.
Zalora and Amara, the two of you are... I didn't get a roll from Cedric, just so he's
Cedric
aware.
isn't rolling.
Fantastic. Amara and Zalora, the two of you are aware of the existence of creatures called mephits, which are essentially miniature elementals. And just like Jess said earlier, this is in fact a mud mephit. It is in fact an elemental incarnation of mud.
That would make sense
Um,
because the Laura definitely would know of water method, so she would just be like, yeah.
You know,
Which also means that Zalora, you are aware the language it was speaking earlier was a dialect of Primordial called Aquan. Amara, you are also aware of this.
Oh,
I know primordial,
I
so
also
that would
speak
make sense.
primordial, yeah.
Oh shit, you do! Okay. I forgot that there were people in the party who spoke Primordial.
What did it say?
It said, "What are these creatures wandering through the swamp?"
Hmm.
And then it dove into the water, or mud.
Yeah. Zalora would just be like, land creatures are weird, aren't they? In primordial.
Oh, it's gone now.
I know.
Okay. Guys, before it hopped in the mud, it said, "Oh, look at these weird creatures," and then it hopped away. So it was observing us, just like we were
Did-
observing it.
Zalora.
Did
When
you
you
know
speak-
primordial too?
I also know primordial. Yes.
Oh.
Zalora, when you speak in Primordial, you see it pop back up next to you. It is right here.
Mhm.
And it says, "Oh, she speaks the water tongue."
Zalora goes, yes, I am
She speaks the water tongue.
I am- of the water. You are
Of
water
the
and
mud.
land.
Yes.
Anyone else want to point out the two that just showed up on the right?
I mean, yeah, but they I mean, it's a problem. But it could be a problem, but maybe not.
I didn't even see them because they are
Laura
blending
goes,
into the thing.
Are
The party
you
hears... I'm sorry,
friend?
really quickly. The party hears a chorus of voices as it says this to Zalora, as several others appear at the periphery of your vision.
Zalora goes, are you friend or foe?
We are fun.
Oh, I like
Do
fun.
you want to
I
do you
say
want to play a game?
I say in primordial, I like fun. I like games.
Oh.
Just because you're fun does not mean you could not be foe.
Maybe friend or foe is up to you.
I don't know.
Do you
What
want
are
to
the
play a
rules?
game? Do you want to play a guessing game? A guessing game! A guessing game. All of them choir in unison.
What are
they
the prizes?
saying?
No idea.
The prize.
They want-
One of them says, Breathing! Yes, breathing is your prize!
Cool. I
Don't
translate to the
need
party. I'm like,
breathe.
they want to have. I translate everything that happened so far to the party.
And I say, Zalora says, I don't need to breathe. Better prize.
You breathe mud? You breathe dirt?
You do breathe. You just breathe water. You breathe water and air. But you
Zalora, you're not sure that with mud as thick as you're currently walking through, you would be able to breathe.
Zalora cocks her head and she goes, maybe. Let me look at my spells.
If we're going to play a guessing game, I think we should all be on the same page and all speak the same language.
I'll ask them. Do you happen to? And I speak in common. I'm like, do you speak this?
Can I
They don't answer. Okay.
take water in front of them
just
and
start speaking
play with it
immediately.
and say, do you breathe?
Let me do that one at a time. So Alistair asks, do you speak common? And the 5 of them that are now around you kind of... and this one over here says, speak! Speak human speech! Speak bullywog speech!
It's not just human speech, I think, but yes.
It's many things speech!
That
Yes!
is why it is called common, yes.
Okay! Speak common.
That's the thing. Some people probably speak common, but they don't know it's called common.
The other 4 kind of cheer as that one stumbles his way through what is almost a full sentence. He seems very proud of himself.
I'm very proud of him.
Seems you have a learned one.
And Zalora, you ask if they can breathe in what I assume is just straight water.
Mm-hmm.
Zalora, is this intentionally an act of intimidation?
No, this is me being playful. Like I would create a little one of them in like the water, like playfully, like a little shape of them like skipping around.
Gotcha. Oh. This one over here is going to walk over and start dancing along with the water that you're playing with.
Because they like fun. I'm trying
They
to
do
show
like
them
fun.
like in kind.
Absolutely. The one that... I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
I was going to say, because I'm going to try to take them as not being intimidating, even though they may be trying to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to show them that I'm not intimidated and that I could also be intimidating, but I'm choosing not to be.
Zalora, throw me an insight check if you would be so kind. Because you're... Actually, Alistair can do this too, because you two have been the ones directly interacting with them.
I am not good at that.
So loud, Diana.
Nat 20.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
shit. All right. Zalora, these things don't have emotions. Like, they don't emote on their faces. And their bodies are constantly shifting as the mud moves around when they move.
Mm-hmm.
Alistair, they don't emote, but their physical presences give off intent, the way all physical beings do. You don't detect hostility from them, but you also get the sense of an alienness and otherness to them. You don't think they really consider you to be alive. Like, they don't think that killing you is killing a thing.
Yeah.
They're like the labyrinth fire spirits. They want to pull off your head.
Exactly.
Very
It's
rude.
almost like they want to see if you can breathe in the mud, and they'll drown you in an attempt to find out. Well, suffocate you, I guess a better word, in the mud. But again, it's not hostility, but it is a sense of very dangerous curiosity.
So I will say a variation on that. I will say, I don't think that they're gonna hurt. They're not hostile, but I think the game that they want to play could end up hurting us, and they don't. The fun is more important than the damage.
Zalora makes a little water slide out of her shaped water. And she goes, fun.
This mud method that was playing with your water earlier jumps into it and immediately dissolves in the water.
Oh, she
And
she changes her game to do Ray of Frost and makes an ice slide instead.
The mud method falls through. You see the mud fall through the water chute and reconstitute itself at the bottom.
Oh, okay.
And it's like, "Arr! I died.
I died.
Zalora's like, let's try something different. And she does ice slide instead of shape water out of her ray of frost. So it like creates like an ice chute.
Oh,
Absolutely.
slide down.
I would like to similarly try to impress them, but I'm not going to do it with water. I'm going to use the other half of them, which is the earth part. They're mud methods, therefore earth and water. And I'm going to start moving the ground and the earth. And I'm going to say... and like you said, I can make shapes and colors appear in the dirt or stone. So
Okay.
I'll spell out the word fun in like bright rainbow colors in the ground.
You think that they love the shapes and colors? They have no idea what the letters mean.
Oh, primordial. If I put it primordial, can they read
Oh,
primordial?
no, buddy, they
No.
don't read her, right?
Oh,
I'm like,
okay.
Alistair, make them a maze in the ground that they have to get through. Or like build them a little castle or like slides or
To
something.
Gordon, Amara, and Cedric. The two methods that Alistair and Zalora are playing with are having a lovely time. The other three are getting impatient.
Oh, okay. We all have to play.
And you see one of them move towards Nephany, who takes a cautious step back, but you see the mud start to thicken under Nephany's legs.
Nope.
Mm.
Back away from
And this one
the
says,
doggy.
"Guessing game!" and splashes the mud in front of itself.
Mm,
Mm.
I mean, I don't think we have much of a choice at this point, guys.
No, I mean, just play. Choose a form of play.
Yeah.
We did it. Play.
It's a guessing game. Guessing game isn't
These
that's
two
not
here at
playing,
the
but
these
they
two
also-
here at the north start chanting "guessing game" in Aquan.
So they wanted us to do a certain game, but me and Zalora played a different game, and our two seem okay with it. So maybe if you tried a different game, yours might be okay with it too.
But what game, though?
It's up
You're
to you.
saying that like we have any
Yeah,
idea what.
make up a game and play with them. That's what.
Hmm. Does anyone have like dancing lights or anything like that?
No.
What do you guys
No.
have for spells?
Best I can do is set this place on fire.
Don't do that.
Mm, Not the best
Can
idea.
I get Alistair and Zalora to give me persuasion checks?
Yeah.
I will let you do so with advantage. Because you've been playing with the methods and establishing this rapport.
Also, 21.
Shit.
And I'll say we could take turns or we could teach them a game.
What spells,
Okay.
What spells do you guys have?
So with those persuasion checks,
I'll tell
Alistair
them.
and Zalora, the two of you can tell that your two methods have almost been placated by what you've done.
Mhm.
Can I
And
teach
they
them
are
how to bobsled down my ice slides and make it a group game so that they have to do it against each other so everyone's involved and that they can't do it by themselves? Meaning that they have to do it against each other
Out of
and they have to they all have to do it and they have to it can't be just one-on-one.
okay. That would take a greater expenditure of magic than what a simple cantrip could accomplish.
Okay.
But Zalora, I would let you do that if you expend, let's call it a second level spell.
If she's casting a shape water, can I use Ray of Frost?
Ooh. Yeah. If you have the other cantrip, I would let it instead of Zalora casting a second level spell, it could be Cedric and Zalora each casting a first level spell.
I
Okay.
also have an idea, though. Amara's gonna look at Gordon pulling out his loot and also kind of at the same time get the same idea.
Oh, music.
Gordon,
Yes.
I think I have an idea of a game that we can play.
Water dancing.
Game? Game that we can play.
If you have an
Nice.
idea for the love of the gods, let me know.
Play
What if-
once.
What if we mimic their sounds? Like some sort of sound game?
Okay. I think that might work.
Like something you would play with a toddler, basically.
Yeah, I got. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, so Amara's going to demonstrate, basically. She's going to play, like, I don't know. I feel like this is easier to do with drums, kind of drumming sounds. She's going to, yeah, fuck the lute. She's just gonna, like, drum on her leg and kind of gesture for the one that she is in front of to match her.
Okay.
The rhythm game.
So you and
she uses the lute to do it. There we go.
And goes, Amara, give me a performance check.
Oh shit. Okay. It's not bad, but it's not great either.
Would that be advantage since I'm helping?
If Gordon's helping, then it absolutely is with advantage.
Cool.
We teach them shave and a haircut, 2 bits.
Is that the rhythm I did? That wasn't even on purpose.
Persuasion, performance. Click. I have no idea. This might roll a lot. I think I fucked that up. Yep.
Yep.
God, that's
Oh
so
my God.
many.
So
All right,
many.
so I'm taking the first 2 rolls, which are the 14 and the 12.
Yep, that's fair. So
So
you
the
get a
14 that
14.
we're taking, but the 14 is enough to keep their attention, absolutely.
Yeah.
And also, while you're doing that, that gives Cedric and Zalora enough time to actually set up this whole course that they're making.
Hell yeah. All right, I'm just going to
First
click
level
off my
spell
spell
from
slot.
Yeah. So go ahead and remove those spell slots, and good job, y'all. I expected this to go a certain way, and y'all decided to just go ahead and take control. I love this.
I was like, no, it's bobsledding time. Hell yeah.
I don't
it
like
absolutely is. Y'all, I'm sorry, what?
I don't like guessing games in places that I don't actually live.
Well, they also
That's fair.
said that, wasn't it like, I don't know, never mind. I thought I was going to...
I asked about breathing for one, and I was like, nope.
breathing was the problem, yeah.
And again, past a certain point, there's a language barrier, so...
No,
So, Amara and Gordon are able to keep their attention while Alistair, Zalora, and Cedric get this course together. And y'all spend probably a solid, I would say, 15-20 minutes entertaining the mud methods, keeping them happy, playing with them. And at the end of it, the methods are delighted and, you can tell, exhausted.
Hmm.
They are tiny little creatures.
Can we then do a group performance check to like
Oh,
lullaby them to sleep?
I think we'd already won, and now we're gonna... we don't need to...
I know it
Just
would just
tease.
make me happy.
Yeah, we
Can
all
we-
get...
No, that was absolutely the end of the encounter. They are placated completely.
Oh, I know.
I
Jess
know.
wanted to add another roll. That was the...
I just wanted to do it for funsies.
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, Zalora, like, at the end of this, I will say that they are tired and falling asleep. I think that's really funny. So they start to, like, as you finish off this game of bobsledding, that, I'm gonna say this one over here managed to win. He's very proud of himself.
I make him an ice necklace that will totally melt tomorrow, but it
Alistair-
looks like little crystals, and I
Alistair-
put it
sorry.
like as a necklace for him.
Alistair came in a close second on that bobsled race, though.
No, he didn't fit on the
Alistair was
bobsled.
playing?
If any one
He
of
did
us
not
could fit on
fit.
it, it would,
I think
it
he's
would be
small
Alistair.
enough. I think Alistair might be small enough.
In fairness, is Alistair a small creature?
Yeah.
Alistair, you're the same size as the Mud Methods. You're both small.
Oh my god.
So, like, in game terms, yeah. Zalora, you make this necklace of ice for this method, and Alistair, you can tell, Zalora, it's a little hard to tell on its muddy face, but, Alistair, you can tell that this creature is genuinely touched by this. Like, you don't think he's ever been given an award for anything in his little swampy life.
So I feel like, because I know that, I feel like we should tell him it's temporary. Otherwise, he's gonna.
No.
Zalora, he really likes it, and he's gonna be really disappointed when it goes away tomorrow. I think we should probably warn him that it's a temporary gift.
Look how pretty it shines!
And I say, what I'll say is I'll reach down to him and I will say, Kyle, you're creating a loop.
What?
You were creating a loop.
We are hearing ourselves echo in your mic, Kyle.
I'll
Yeah.
turn myself down.
What I'll say is I'll reach down to him and I'll say, "What is your name, little one?"
Oh, my name is Spark.
Blocked. Okay. So this is a very special occasion, and obviously this was a very magical
Uh-huh.
session. And this
Uh-huh.
magic can only last for one night. So this means this necklace lasts for one night, and we have to come back here again, and you're gonna have to win this again. This means this is very special. You're very special.
We'll win necklace every time.
You must come back and win it again. This is so special. This means only you get the special sparkly necklace tonight.
Alistair adds to the
Win it
rivalry
again.
though, and he's like, "I'm gonna get that necklace next time, though."
Oh,
The one behind when you're talking to Splorch says, Splorch, the rules! And he says, oh, right. And he dives down into the mud. And he's there for like solid 10-15 seconds. And when he comes back up, he's holding what looks like a small link of pearls. And he says, Reciprocity! You give gift, I give gift. And he hands it to you, Zalora.
oh, why? You didn't have to do that. That's so kind. She kind of just rubs him on the little head and is like, "You're so nice. You know, when I lived in the ocean, these were a very special gift.
Around this ocean.
Lots and lots of water. You know what? You know, your dirt and water together mixed to make you alive.
Uh-huh.
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 It's like mommy and daddy together make you.
Are you explaining the birds and the bees for mud?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
she just did. I don't know how to feel about that.
Yeah, we actually don't know how methods procreate, so we don't.
You see, when it rains, that's the mom or the daddy, and the earth
This
is
one
the
up here
mommy.
says, Sleepy!
Are
And
you
collapses
implying
into
that
mud.
in universe a water method and an earth method fuck, and that's how you get a mud method?
I think that's
Yeah.
actually
No,
how it.
an earth elemental and a water elemental fuck, and they create mud.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
Clearly, this
actually
is the
canon.
larval state.
Say Zalora pulls out her gall and lulls them to sleep.
They all collapse into piles of mud in the ground around you.
And Zalora
Zalora.
says, "That was enjoyable."
Zalora, mark on your inventory that you have a small pearl trinket.
Are we gonna get in trouble for the reciprocation rule if your gift disappears?
Oh, she
Well, I
explained it, though.
specifically told them.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. I don't think they understood, but
All the more reason we should be moving.
No, I think
Amora,
they
if you
get
would
to it.
like, you can throw me either a wisdom or an intelligence check without your proficiency to try to get a handle on what the rule of reciprocity specifically entails. Because you haven't been given many specifics about it.
Oh, I got a nat 20.
I
Oh,
almost
shit.
got an 18. Fuck that shit.
I'm sorry.
Today's not your day.
Rude.
Amara, the rule of reciprocity kind of eludes you because gifts have to be given for gifts, but the specific value has never been really detailed. Zalora, when Amara talks about the rule of reciprocity as an actual fundamental rule of Prismeer, this is something that I think Zalora might be a bit familiar with, given the creatures that exist under the ocean. And your take on it is that so long as the two creatures involved value what is being traded equally, then the rule is fulfilled.
Makes sense. Say Zalora will polish the necklace a little bit. And can she do an Arcana check just to make sure if she puts it on, she's not going to become like a clam?
I'll just give you that. The pearl chain is absolutely non-magical.
Okay.
It
So
is
she
just
just puts
a
it
pretty
on
little thing.
because it reminds her a little bit of home, and she just puts it on.
Pretty.
Something she hasn't really been close to the ocean much, so she enjoys it.
Jess, are you sure you're live? Because So one of my friends is trying to watch, and they're saying that it's not live.
It's
I
live
should-
for me.
Okay, then I'm gonna send.
Do you have the right link?
I'm just gonna send them another link. See if it was just the link was freaking out.
Huh.
I should be.
But with that, the party is free to move on. Can I get, as the party heads onwards, and you are heading on this map roughly to the northeast, which is maybe that direction for you. Yeah, Alice is going the right direction. As you get further on, would y'all be so kind as to throw me one more perception check?
Oh boy.
Not my day.
I am blind as a bat.
Hey, you know what? Y'all getting the bad rolls out of the way. It's fine. Alistair and Amara and Nephany, as y'all move onwards, Alistair, Amara, and Zalora are all going to hear the sounds of something large rustling in the bushes near you, in these giant reeds that populate this part of the forest.
The reeds that we're actually in, or like northeast, southwest, like.
To the north, but all around you.
Okay.
I am going to. Does that? Okay, cool. And I'm going to highlight something that Alistair can see. Again, I'm sorry, Alistair, Amara, and Zalora all see this.
Excuse you.
You should see off to Alistair's northwest. You see a large figure on a set of stilts, making its way through the brush.
Whatever's on his back.
The fuck
Looks-
is
What's
that?
on his back is a cage
Filled with
Yeah,
like
I like
eggs.
filled with eggs. That is exactly correct. Alistair, you are all three of you are watching this figure as it moves up to what looks like a nest, and using one of its front stilts, you see part of the front open up into what looks like a claw, and it reaches down, picks up one of the eggs, and drops it into the cage on its back.
Is this frog actually here? Like, are those frog eggs, or is that just?
Those eggs are enormous.
Oh, okay.
Like, these eggs are the size of two fists stacked
Okay.
together.
I don't like it.
And then
I will-
how
Very
big is
rude.
the creature approximately? Is he says large, right?
The creature is large with its stilts, but it is humanoid sized.
Okay, gotcha.
I will remind the party that when you first dropped in hither, you saw a gigantic crane fly off from the swamp.
True.
And I'm talking like 12 feet tall crane.
Do we? So there's a person over there gathering eggs. Do we?
Alistair, you hear more than one of them.
Okay.
you
there's
hear
people-
several.
There's people gathering eggs. Avoid them, or like see if they're friendly, or just get closer and get a closer look. What do you guys think?
I only see one, so avoiding them may be difficult if we don't know where the others are.
But they are big, so like maybe as we move, we can hear them and see them.
I mean, I could send them a message.
I really don't like the idea of telegraphing our presence to everything in this swamp.
Well,
Well,
but we could,
one thing.
but I kind of like that. I think a mix between your two approaches. We do the message, but we say like, "Oh, hey, we see you from the north," and then when they go looking for who sent that telepathic message, they're gonna look to the north. But we're
Or we
to
just
the south.
don't say where we see them, so we're not lying.
Personally, I don't think I like the idea of just jamming our thoughts into people's heads. I know that if I was that person and someone just telepathically communicated with me without my permission, I'd be kind of cranky.
Even if the message was
if
like, "Hey, let's be friends."
If anything, I say we should get a little bit closer and see what they're doing, and from a distance, and if we can get a little bit more information before we decide, at very
Yeah,
least.
maybe they're talking, and we can even hear them talking to each other. Yeah.
Personally, I think they're hunters of some sort.
Or
They
gatherers
look like
if they're
they're
taking
gathering
eggs.
eggs.
Yeah.
But they're not like.
We don't have to be right next to them to make that decision if we can make our decision from a little bit closer and figure out what they're doing.
Yeah.
We could still agree to your plan closer up, but I
The
just
closer
don't
up
think...
we get, the less likely it is that we can hide away from them.
JD, you said we can hear multiple of them. Are they talking, or are they too far away for us?
You
to
only hear them rustling.
Oh, I see.
You hear the sounds of their stilts squelching through the mud,
Gotcha.
and the sound of the reeds bending as they move. None of them have said a word. At least not that you've heard.
Yeah.
But then again, the swamp is relatively quiet here.
Okay.
There's the sound of frogs croaking and insects chirping, but you think that if they were to speak, you would hear it.
Okay. I feel like maybe, I don't know, I think getting closer is the right idea, and I'm optimistic that since they're not like stabbing or shooting or killing and they're just gathering, maybe that's a good sign, but I don't know.
I want to say, why do we care? But we did talk about gathering allies.
That's exactly what I was going to say, yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I just don't like it because they look, honestly, a little scary.
I mean, the facelessness is kind of creepy, but that's probably a mask.
Oh, I don't think we should be around right now. We could get caught up in this, and I hear the mother.
What? What do you
They're
mean, hear the
stealing
mother?
these eggs, and if we go near them, the mother is going to think that we are also stealing these eggs, and we are going to get caught up in something that I don't think we want to be caught up in.
Wait, they're placing eggs in nests.
No,
No,
they are taking the
they're
eggs out of the
taking
nest,
them.
right? Yeah, they're taking them.
Oh.
They're putting
And
them in their cage.
They're taking the eggs out, putting them into the cage on their backs,
Oh, okay.
and then moving on.
And I hear wings.
Do you hear wings?
I hear wings.
Amara heard wings.
Oh, okay.
And once again, more evidence we should be getting the hell out of Dodge.
That is what I think.
Maybe we either vote or we split up.
I do not think splitting up. Oh, I think we're running out of time.
At this point, I think we just go.
Go where?
I would just like to
forward.
leave.
Literally anywhere else.
Forget these guys. Let's go.
All right. I feel like we literally said we wanted to find people on the way to Downfall, and we found people, but okay. Let's go.
But 12-foot birds are not in the itinerary.
Yeah, we don't have to deal with the bird.
Yes, we do. We do if we stay here any longer.
Is the party moving quickly or quietly?
I
'Cause
want
here's
to
a
say
note.
quietly.
The mud that you are in is difficult terrain for all of you. So this is going to become important very soon. None of you can move more than 15 feet per move action.
All the sounds we heard were from the northwest, right?
That is very important.
You heard sounds to the northwest and the northeast.
Oh, okay, guys, we can't go. We have
They
to
are
go,
all around
So
you.
then I would say, guys, we have to go north, and they're all the way. They're all around to the north. I don't think we have a choice about running into them because we have to go north, and they're north.
If we,
So it's just
where are the wings coming from?
Amara, you are hearing the wings to the dead east.
Okay, so over here.
We go west.
No, dead east would be absolute east. Yeah.
Yeah, it's right. It's on
Oops.
this side.
Okay.
Go
so
west.
if there's like a bunch of them and the bird is like a common enemy, a bunch of us plus a bunch of them might be a match for the bird if we had to fight a bird. But
Well,
But
here's
the enemy
thing.
of my enemy is not necessarily my friend. And again, we did get mugged within minutes of showing up here. So I'm not
Yes.
exactly too keen on trusting the first locals we see.
Also, for
Especially
all we
when-
know, these are farmers and they're not going to want us to kill their birds.
like they're just harvesting the eggs like chickens or bees or whatever. Yeah. That's true.
Possibility.
Do we want to just... So what is the alternative other than we go north stealthy as opposed to going north and talking? Is that the options?
Yeah,
I
we
think
could
so,
try
yeah.
it.
Or we could bury ourselves in the muck and pray to God it all blows over.
I don't like that option.
Yeah.
Neither do I, but it's an option nonetheless.
Is this difficult terrain because of the mud?
The thickness of the mud that you're traveling through. That is correct.
So you're saying I can't swim through it?
That is correct. This is not. This is way too thick to be swimming through.
So there's 5 of us. Why don't we vote between... Or I think the vote already... I think it seems like most people want to just stealth, right? That's what it seems like the vote is?
I don't know if we're going to be able to stealth with the sucking sounds of the muck.
Oh, okay.
I think we should just go and see if they attack us.
Just get out of here.
There is no getting out of here. We have to go north, and they are to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
north.
Getting out of
Let's
here.
go where we
Okay.
need to go and
Yeah, let's
see
go north.
if they...
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think we have the time for stealth, so we may actually just want to go north.
The party just begins moving. As you make
no,
your
not
way through the swamp, you can control Nephany, right?
Yes.
Perfect. As the party makes their way, Alistair, you actually cross paths with another of these figures.
Hi. Hello.
The figure, it turns its head towards you, and then just keeps moving.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool.
Okay, my God.
Maybe it didn't... I also tried in Sylvan, just out of curiosity. I say hi, hello in Sylvan.
The figure, tilts its head, but does not stop moving.
Okay. Then, yeah, I guess we just cross on through.
As you're heading out, I'm gonna ask for one last perception check.
Okay.
What if they get attacked? Are we going to let them get attacked by big old birdos?
I think we
Yes.
will come to that decision when it
Yeah.
comes.
Also, they don't
What
speak
is
Sylvan
with my
or Common, and
perception?
those would be, I would think, the 2 most common languages here, so I don't know.
Oh dear.
What if these are just drones or common?
I'm gonna say, Alistair, you got the impression it heard you and understood you, it just didn't care.
Oh, which one? Common, Sylvan, or both?
Common.
Okay. Cool. Guys, it did understand me. They are smart enough to understand Common, and the bird's coming. Thoughts?
Wait, how do you know the bird's coming?
Well,
Stop moving.
fun story about that, Alistair and Zalora.
Amara has told us that the bird is coming.
Stop
Yep,
moving.
and now you can hear it.
The 2 of you, as you're walking through, Amara, you have stopped to help pull Nephany out of a sinkhole in the mud. Cedric, you, I think maybe you're still focused on this weird other presence in your soul that exists. And Gordon, there's mud in your boots. And
Wait.
it's never gonna get out.
So
Yeah.
Laura is preoccupied?
No, I'm sorry. Did I say Zalora?
No, you
Yeah.
said, I heard him.
I thought I said
I heard
Amara.
Amara.
I heard
and-
Amara.
Yeah, I heard Amara.
Yeah.
Amara?
You heard I'm preoccupied with the other soul in me.
No, that was Cedric.
Oh.
I'm sorry. That I
You
meant for that to
definitely
be
said
Cedric.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
definitely said Cedric.
Okay.
Okay, cool. But Zalora and Alistair, the 2 of you are alert when you hear a horrendously loud cawing noise, as if a giant heron, one might say. And you see it, even through the thickness of the fog, you see it swoop down.
Dear.
And you see it land. Let's see if you can actually see
I
this.
think this became.
Yes, you can.
I think this is an escort mission, and I think we have to protect these red people.
You see it swoop down onto this poor bastard right here, which was at its nest,
Oh dear.
and pin that person to the ground with its talons.
Oh.
You don't have to do anything, but this is something that you are aware of.
No, I'm aware of.
Yeah, and they weren't hostile to us, so I think they're probably not hostile, and they're just getting attacked by a bird now.
What is the party going to do? That person has his face down in the mud and is probably drowning.
Oh no.
Well, first off, do y'all tell us what's happening? Because the rest of us didn't actually hear
I
that.
would say the bird's over there. Also, I look at the red people and I'm like, hey, your friend is being attacked by a bird over there.
They're running.
Oh, they're
They're
running.
full on running away.
Oh, they're abandoning their friend. Oh, no.
Super duper abandoning their friend.
Oh, no. Oh,
On the one
Uh,
hand, they're definitely stealing and probably eating their babies. So whose
But-
fault is it really?
but-
This is literally how hunting works.
I was gonna say,
have...
yeah, literally, when you hunt a deer and kill the deer, you're not like, you're not like, oh, I killed Bambi's mom. Like, no, you killed a deer so you could have dinner.
What I will say with both Amara and Alistair's passive insights, you get the impression that they're running because they know this is a fight they can't
Yeah,
win.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Not because, like, they want to give up their friend.
Not because they want their friend to die. They're not like, oh, thank God it took Steve. Steve's an asshole.
Yeah. All right, I think we
Good
help,
riddance,
guys. I
Steve.
think we help Steve.
I don't think we have a choice.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, of course we do. But still.
Yeah, I mean, we
Can
have a little
I-
choice, but yes, we help Steve.
This is an awful idea.
I would like to activate all my monk stuff. I would like to rabbit hop, step of the wind.
It
I want to get the
sounds like
fuck
we're
over
starting
there.
initiative.
Yes.
So can I get initiative rolls from the party, please?
Oh my god.
now
I
who's
hate
night, isn't it?
Good. I got a
Every-
good initiative. I'm gonna get the fuck over
I'm
there.
caught, Dalton.
You know what? I'll take it. This is the best I'm gonna get.
I
I'm
am
the only
saving
one
Steve,
without
and that is his
impaired
canonical
movement.
name now, JD. You said it, and that's his name now. And so
What is? Oh, Steve?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Steve. Alistair, to the surprise of no one, you are actually you and Zalora. This is really appropriate because the two of you actually heard the heron. The two of you were the first to act. Alistair, what are you doing?
okay, so let me see what my basic movement
Excuse me.
is first, and this is difficult terrain, unfortunately.
It is difficult terrain.
So my regular movement is 40, so that's going to be 20 here.
That's
5,
correct.
10, 15, 20. Then I will. What's the? I will. How far am I away? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah,
I'm gonna close
I
my door
will
real
step
quick.
of the wind, so I can bonus
Okay.
action dash. Therefore, I can now go another 20 feet.
Alistair, if you want to throw me an athletics check to make a jump, you might be able to ignore some of the difficult
It
terrain.
does say that my jump speed is doubled. Okay, cool.
Your jump distance is doubled.
All right.
So I'm gonna say
Oh, my
if you can
athletics
give,
is she no good.
I will say if you can get me a DC 10,
Okay.
I'll give you an extra 5 feet of movement.
Okay.
If you can give me a DC 15, I'll give you 10 more. DC 20, I'll give you your full movement.
Does a failure mean I can't move or anything like that?
No,
Okay.
it does not.
Oh no, it's back.
That's a failure, though. That's a 2.
Woof da!
Ooh.
Woof da! Alistair, you go to make that jump. You feel one of the mud methods who wasn't as sleepy as the other just kind of reach up and just grab you a little bit. You can so bound through his body, which
Yeah.
feels very bad.
He was
Oh.
very mad at you for beating him in
10.
that bobsled race.
Yeah, he was. He was. That's exactly it.
So
But you do still get your 20 feet of
20
movement.
feet gets me
It's definitely
there.
backwards.
That's my bonus action. What is Rabbit Hop is also a bonus action. Okay.
You can always dash as an action.
I could, but I have some ranged things.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna throw.
Dalton.
Oh, I also have
You're so
spells.
sassy
I also have
today.
spells. No, because it would hit the guy, I think, from where I'm standing. Yeah. So I will just throw something at the crane to try to scare it away, and hopefully try to
Fantastic.
get it off of Steve, who's drowning, as you said.
Super duper suffocating in mud, yeah.
So I'm going to which one do I have multiple of? Because I think I have multiple of one or the other. No, I only have one of each. Okay. So I'm gonna throw my. Doesn't really matter. Throw my spear at it.
All right. You are close enough to not incur penalties for obscurity, so go ahead and give me that attack roll.
Oh man, It's a whole 7.
That is a whole 7. It's not swerving, but like jerking around the fog as it attempts to like peck Steve to death with its enormous sword-like beak. And you can't quite predict its movements, and your spear sails over its head. However, when your spear sails over its head, its bird head jerks up and looks directly at you.
All right.
Alistair, is at the end of your turn.
That is all I can do.
Zalora.
Oh, sorry. I actually have an inspiration. Can I use it to re-roll that attack?
You have an inspiration?
Yeah.
From what?
The carnival.
No, that lasted until the next dawn.
Cool, it's gone.
Which is already
I'll
come and gone.
uncheck that. I don't have an inspiration.
I am sorry. Zalora, I will remind the party that because of the thickness of the fog, unless you are within 20 feet of the crane, you are at disadvantage on attack rolls against it because of the obscurity from the fog.
A lot of feet.
It's a lot of feet. It's a big map. I like my big maps. I will remind you, though, that not necessarily killing the crane... killing the crane might not be your objective here.
Scare it off or save Steve.
Indeed. So, Zalora, what are we looking at?
Okay. Alright. I'm going to attempt to do a Chaos Bolt.
Ooh.
Let's see. Oh, my disadvantage is not the best.
Can you get
That is very true.
closer?
I can't because it's...
Yeah, not with the difficult terrain. That's a problem.
Yeah.
As if I didn't put it there.
Oh, I didn't even see you move. Okay, my bad.
I did. It's not gonna hit.
You don't know that. You haven't even rolled it yet.
Yeah, I did.
You did?
I did. I didn't show up. It's weird.
Yeah, it was a 9 with disadvantage with a 9, so it's a 9.
Gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So, yeah.
Unfortunately, no, a 9 does not hit. As your Chaos Bolt streaks out towards it, it flares its wings out, and it creates this flurry of wind that throws your aim off. What element was your Chaos Bolt?
Let's see.
Because it missed, I'll let you pick whichever one you want. Just
We'll
for
do
flavor text.
Thunder, why not?
Thunder. Its wings create such a buffet of air that even the sound of your chaos wave is halted. Zalora, do you have a bonus action, or is that the end of your
No,
turn?
that's it. I'll be right back.
Gordon, it's gonna be you.
Alright, first things first. 5, 10, 15. Alright, so stick with me on this.
Uh-huh.
What if I were to take a handful of my crossbow bolts and pour one of my oil flasks over them?
Interesting, Gordon. What is the goal here?
I am going to be using my prestidigitation to use a spark to light them up, and then fire it at the thing's head and pray to God that it scares it away with fire.
Okay.
You cast a spell and attack at the same time, though?
That will be 2 turns
I
of action.
can't. I'll have to load
okay.
it, and then I'll...
Okay.
But I will let you, as one turn, spray them with oil as your interaction, and then launch one of them as an attack.
Okay. I'll go ahead and get rid of an oil flask then.
I will also let you do one of 2 things. You can either aim at the heron itself, or you can aim at one of the plants around it. The plants being easier to hit than the heron.
Let's go with the plants.
Lovely. Then go ahead, Mr. Gordon, and give me an attack roll at an AC of 10.
Ready?
Because of where you are, you can either aim at this plant and not have disadvantage, but be near Alistair, or you can aim at the plant behind the heron at disadvantage.
Guys,
Your choice.
Announcement, me and Zalora didn't miss. We were also aiming at the plant.
What?
I was
Are you
joking.
being
I was
stupid?
flavoring
Yeah.
our misses as they were hits because we were actually
Gosh,
we weren't
you were
aiming
hitting
at
the
heron.
plant. Fantastic. So Gordon, you're... Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm a
You
gambling
didn't...
man.
You didn't tell me which one you were aiming at, which you should have done beforehand, but I'm gonna
I'm
assume it was
sorry,
at the
I thought
plant
I
behind the
think-
He
heron.
said plant.
I thought I pinged the back. I'm sorry.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
Just
dear.
just make sure that I hear you say that, because there's a lot of people talking
my
at
bad.
once. Hey, a 21 is still gonna 100% do it. You see your bolt stick in the center of those reeds, and the heron, as it passes between the heron's legs, and there's enough oil on there to spark a little bit of a fire. Gordon, is that the end of your turn?
That is my movement. Do I still have a bonus action or no?
You still have a bonus action.
Cedric, light him up. Bardic Inspiration.
We have a Bardic Inspiration going to Cedric. Fantastic. We are going to move next to the heron itself. It has been attacked several times, and it doesn't care for this shit. It is going to flap its wings and strike out at the creature nearest to it. That is going to be Alistair. Alistair.
If it's attacking me, does Steve get a reprieve?
No, because it's still grappling Steve.
I see.
Functionally.
Gotcha.
Did it roll that? It did roll that. Fantastic. I'm gonna guess that's not gonna hit. Alistair, your AC is 16 if I recall correctly?
Yes.
Nope, super misses. Alistair, its beak slams down into the ground and you jump back a little bit as its beak slams between your legs in the mud. And it pops its beak out and shakes the mud off and screeches in your face. Amara, that is your turn.
It is. So Amara's gonna run up and go, wait. Yeah.
So, I hate to interrupt, but remember how at the start of this I was like, you know that restaurant that I said I hadn't tried in a couple months?
Do you think they
because
Oh no.
Did they do it again?
yeah, I just started throwing up, so I'm gonna cut out. I don't.
Yes, I'm
I'm
so
going
sorry.
to-
God.
Yeah, I'm never going there
They
again.
promised you. They're like, we are gonna make sure it's so good for you. And that's so.
Yeah, I'm about to not have a good night. So sorry, guys.
Yikes,
I'm gonna
I'm
cut out.
sorry, hon.
Hit him with the
Feel
one
better.
star.
Go take care of
Nuke
yourself,
them.
Jess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks. Bye, guys.
Get some water.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and go on with Amara and Cedric's turns,
Oof.
if that's okay.
Yep. Amara is going to go, wait, and go speak with animals.
All right, speak with animals. Yeah, one action casting time. Verbally. Amara, what are you going to say to this bird?
Okay. I had words in my head and then Jess's thing.
Yeah, it's
Distracted me.
take a second. It's fine.
Yeah. If we give you the eggs, will you just leave him alone?
Amara, you hear back. These creatures have stolen my children! They must perish! Amara, you get the impression that you're gonna have to give the heron something a bit more than that to even have a chance to roll a persuasion check.
Oh, I was gonna.
As of current, it is furious.
I was gonna make the argument that it does the same thing to the fish in the water, but that might make it more mad.
much like eating a human's babies and telling the human that it also ate cow babies.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, very few creatures attach the same sense of value to other creatures' offspring as they do their own. Especially those lower on the food chain.
Yeah, it worked really well last time. I think I'm just gonna try. Nope, worked real bad this time. Worked real bad. I was
Amara,
going.
tell me what your intimidation attempt was.
So the intimidation attempt is to kind of do the same thing that I was doing with the snakes last time, which is if you leave now, we won't kill you, basically.
Fantastic. Amara, you attempt to threaten the heron's life.
Yeah.
And you hear Nephany, who's run up behind you, say, I think that's... And the heron screeches, which is not a word. And then it says, how dare you come to my home and threaten me! And then it calls out. And it's calling out for its partner.
Yeah.
Sure.
Maybe.
Amara, do you have a bonus action you want to take?
I'm looking. I don't know. I have Hunter's Mark, but I think I have to actually hit things.
Hunter's
with
Mark
it.
is a spell. And you've already cast a spell this turn.
Damn, that's true. Then no, I have no bonus action.
Cedric, what are we doing?
At least you have a D6.
Rip.
Oh,
It worked for the snakes!
Maybe but the snakes were like probably angry and evil. This is defensive.
I was trying to be persuasive, it failed.
Oh, I thought you were being intimidation, not persuasive.
I was trying to do both.
It was an intimidation by factor of the rest of us.
Maybe.
Cedric, it is Cedric's turn.
Yeah.
So what are you up to, buddy? Cedric, I can't hear you. Your mic is not on.
Motherfucker.
Have you been talking this whole time?
Yes.
Rip.
Cool. We haven't heard a damn word of it.
Cool. Also, Amara, you need to move 15 feet back because it's difficult terrain.
Oh, what? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15. That's fine. All I did was talk.
Yeah. I was because JD expressed that it was difficult terrain, so
Oh,
I was
I didn't
trying
even
to say
notice.
that for like the past
Good job.
But Cedric, it is your turn. What are we looking at?
I am checking to see which one would be more opportunist, Hexblade's Curse or regular old Hex. Can I see this thing currently?
You can see its outline through the fog, just because of its sheer size and how quickly it's moving. But you can't see it distinctly unless you're within 20 feet of it.
I am 30 feet. That's so upsetting.
That's unfortunate.
Let's do
Oh, wait,
Hexblade's
but you can
Curse.
fly. Therefore, difficult terrain doesn't mean anything to you.
I already moved 30. I was
Oh.
further away than you.
Yeah, he moved a full 30.
Okay.
You're gonna Hexblade Curse the Heron?
Yep. Oh,
Stupendous.
exactly enough range for that.
Look at that, look at that.
And that means I need to change my
Put a little skull at the top of it to give you an idea of
19.
how big this thing's hitbox is.
You gain a
Oh, dear.
bonus.
Oh
to
my
damage
god,
rolls.
that's a huge hitbox.
Nope, that's Hex. There's Hexblade Curse. Any attack roll is a crit on 19 or 20. Curse creature dies.
Oh, I will tell you actually, Cedric, you are within 20 feet of it because this is a gargantuan creature.
Dope. That is
Oh,
nice.
gargantuan.
Its hitbox is 4x4.
Oh shit.
Which means I don't roll a disadvantage, I think. Correct?
You are within 20 feet, that is correct.
Nice. I'm gonna throw an Eldritch Blast at its face.
Alright, just aiming directly at it. Give me that attack roll, baby.
God, I hate my life.
That's
Oh, no.
a 9.
I think we're out of our depth.
Wow.
Evil
It's
Bardic?
another... So you have a Bardic Inspiration,
I don't
which means you can roll a d6.
think that'll be enough.
I'm not going to tell you whether it will or
It
not.
could be.
15 on a bird could work.
Also, it's really big, so it's probably easier to hit.
I will say
Definitely
larger creatures tend to have lower ACs.
I apologize, Gordon, ahead of time.
Ouch! Maybe a 10 will... I'm just kidding now.
A 10 is not gonna do it. I'm so sorry.
That sucks.
I still got one in the tank.
I hate everything.
Oh my god, it's so mad right now. Cool. Cedric, is that the end of your turn? That's a move, action, bonus action, yeah. Alistair, so your Eldritch Blast sears off into the clouds, into the fog, and you see it cut off. Alistair, you can actually watch as this heron's beak juts out and cuts through the Eldritch Blast.
Cool.
Learning this new magic.
Before I do my thing, I would just look at Amara and I'd be like, maybe we could try begging for our lives, including the red guy. So if we could get Steve and ourselves and beg for our lives and promise not to take eggs anymore, maybe that would work.
I think we burnt that bridge.
We
All
didn't take
interlopers must die!
eggs. Yeah.
Okay,
I will feast on your bones!
cool. Just double checking. Cool.
Y'all don't even know what she said, and you don't wanna.
I don't speak bird, but I know that sounds pissed.
I'm going to your until you.
Oh, that's just rude.
Nephany says, I had to censor that for you. I'm so sorry.
Steve probably can't give me flanking, right?
Steve super can't give you flanking.
Just double checking.
Super can't give you flanking.
Speak with Animals actually did not come from Nephany, by the way, Joe. Speak with Animals has been the only major
That's
spell
fair.
I've had.
That's
Nephany
fair. And
gave me good berry.
Nephany is not the source of your magic anyway.
Yeah.
Does anybody else in the party do melee? I don't think so, right?
Nope,
I can't.
just you, buddy.
No, I can't.
Okay.
Oh.
I mean, I'm squishy, but I'm
Amara
built
is
for it.
capable of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have wrecked shit in melee, thank you.
Okay.
I
Well, then
stabbed
you had
things
one.
multiple times.
All right.
But Alistair, what are you doing on your
Yeah,
turn?
I'm gonna attack. Now that I'm closer, I didn't want to hurt Steve before, but now that I'm closer, I'm gonna unleash a spell.
Ooh.
I heard the mate coming, right?
No.
Oh, I thought you said
Amara heard it call for its mate.
Oh. Did Amara tell us that it called for its mate?
Amara, did you tell them that it called for its mate?
I actually forgot, so
Will you do? Will you do that now?
Amara, throw me a wisdom check to see if you can keep your
Let's
wits
see if
about
I-
you enough.
yeah.
Just flat wisdom. No bonuses, no proficiency, no nothing.
Here
All
comes
right.
the nat one.
Hey, shut up!
Dalton, why would you say that?
Excuse you.
19.
Take that back.
Yay.
Because
Amara,
I
you are able to keep your wits about you, and if you want, you can inform the party that this heron has summoned its mate.
I know how my luck works, JD.
Reverse
Okay, so-
psychology against the fates.
In that case, after Amara goes, well, that didn't go how it planned. She's gonna have a friend.
Cool. I'm gonna save my AOE. I'm gonna save my spread spell for when the mate gets here.
Fantastic.
So I think I'm just gonna punch. Well, not punch. I'm gonna use my monk weapon and then punch. But
Monks
All
don't
right,
have
all right.
weapons. What?
Yes, they do.
Monks have monk
have
weapons,
specific
yeah.
weapons.
Monk weapons are a thing.
That's
Short
ridiculous.
swords, quarter staves, things like that.
just that
Throw
it's
me some attack rolls, Alistair.
this one, that's a nat 20. Yes.
Ooh!
There we go.
Delicious.
Alistair,
Love it.
you swing with the spear. Your attack slams with the blunt end of the spear into its leg, and as it buckles over, you swing it up and cut through the creature's chest
Yes.
as it drops low enough for you to reach.
All right.
Yeah, roll me some beautiful damage. Roll me one more
Crit
D8.
damage.
Beer bros.
The 3 obviously doesn't happen in the second one, so 7 plus.
Hey, 14 is a tremendous hit against this thing.
Yes.
You swing up and you draw a pretty significant amount of blood. Alistair, you with that, the heron screeches, and you actually see past the heron, you hear the noise of that rustling, and it sounds like as you start to draw blood, some of those other stilt walkers maybe think they have a chance at winning this.
Hey.
Oh.
Ooh.
Having known that, I would say, Yeah, help your friend Steve, please.
We don't know his name.
His name. I'm making his name Steve. his name's not really Steve, but Alistair is calling him Steve. All right. So then I'm going to use a key point to activate. Flurry of Blows is a key point, right?
Flurry of Blows is a key point, or you can get one attack as a bonus action for free.
I will take the Flurry of Blows then.
Okay.
Cool, cool. Give me those 2 attack rolls.
Right.
No, you may not have my chicken. That is rude.
But it wants the chicken.
That is a 21
She can
to
deal
hit.
with that.
21 is absolutely going to do it.
That'll
Darkling wants a lot of
be
things. Tell him some shit.
That is a Diana problem.
6 damage.
6 more damage. Very nice, very nice.
And the second-
You are clubbing this creature's legs.
Not with the third one though. That's a 9 on that.
With the third one, its wing swipes
please?
out and knocks you off balance, and you can't quite land that last hit.
Okay, got the key marked. I used action, bonus action, movement. That is my turn.
Fantastic. Zalora is unfortunately no longer in this combat. However,
Oh no.
on initiative count
Oh, no.
19 now.
Ow.
You okay there?
1,
Yep.
2,
This is fine.
3.
Maybe one of at the end of my turn. Maybe one of you should maybe get Steve's head above water.
3,
Above mud.
4, 5, 6 is as far as it can move. This one is actually going to dash 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to try to get to Steve. They are counted as being friendly to you, so you can move through their spaces.
And get flanking.
That is
Did we get
correct.
flanking?
This one right here is actually going to start swinging at the heron.
And
Um,
I would be
he-
flanking with it.
They unfortunately do not have any weapons on their person. So he's not doing any damage, but he is providing the help action in combat.
Oh, okay.
Meaning the next attack roll against the heron has advantage. He can't take any actions because he dashed, so we are back up to Gordon. Gordon, throw me a quick perception check if you would be so kind. Actually, Alistair, you can also roll because you're so close.
Okay.
That is a big oof. I guess I'm just cursed on perception.
That's
My
a hot
favorite
5.
number, 22.
Alistair, you hear the flapping of wings coming closer.
The mate's coming.
Oh god.
We are just full on murdering a mother and father, but you know, self-defense is important.
I mean,
Oh, you know
We
what?
have
I
a
need to
hunter.
make
This
a
is
Constitution saving throw for the guy who's suffocating in mud.
he's
Oof,
fine.
that's not good.
Fine.
Okay.
Fine.
I'm assuming he just took some damage.
Maybe. It sucks to be him, though. I'll tell you that much right now.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So here's what I'm gonna do. Now that I'm closer, and I can actually see the dang thing, take another shot with this.
You are close enough to hit, absolutely.
Awesome. That is 6.
6 hot points of damage. Gordon, your crossbow lodges itself in the heron's chest, and it starts shaking violently. It is wobbling on it's very close to death, you think. And Amara, it's screaming for its life. It's screaming in fury. It wants all of you dead, and it wants its children safe.
This is.
You can drop your speak with animals if you want.
I mean, I feel like right now is the best time to try it again because now it's actually about to die.
Gordon, is that the end of your turn?
No, it's not.
Ooh, it isn't?
For the drowning guy, I feel like he needs something to keep him going.
Oh, look at that, look at that, look at that.
Could hear the begrudging use of that spell.
I guess I'll save the NPC.
Gordon,
I have
you
one more. Give me a minute.
you throw down your healing word. What does that look like as you cast it down to this person who is being held down by a giant heron?
Oh, I imagine, I can't think of anything in specific at the moment, but I imagine he just flavors it as just quoting some folksy wisdom or something you'd hear on like a
Oh my
Very-
god.
When a
Just
heron's
very
got you down, you just gotta get back up.
Bad advice.
Yes, absolutely. You throw some stern fatherly advice down at this creature who's being strangled to death by a heron, and he's like,
Can I give a 1-second response to that?
please.
I just say, hey guys, let's make this heron gone.
Do you have any other jokes?
Nope.
The giant heron
No.
is 100% about to stab you in the
Yeah,
head.
your jokes.
The heron, actually noticing how much damage it's taken, it starts flapping its wings and takes to the air.
Right. Token go.
The heron has flyby attack, so Alistair, you do not get an opportunity attack.
That makes sense.
As it flies up and up, and then dive bombs you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to swoop back down, make an attack roll against you, Alistair. And let's see. Huh. Don't worry, y'all. It's not just you who are rolling bad. Alistair, its beak narrowly misses you as it swoops across the ground and gouges this deep canyon in the mud. It does keep moving.
Sometimes my smallness does come in handy once in a while.
It is back up to about 20 feet in the air, looking down on you. Amara, that is your turn.
Feel that?
Another heron, or did it? Or
Same one.
This one moved. That's one you were fighting earlier.
That's
That's
the
one
same one.
that's super injured with Gordon's crossbow bolt stuck
It
in its
moves
chest.
so far.
I mean,
Okay.
Quick
Okay.
peek behind the screen. Their fly speed is 80.
So I
Oh,
think we have two options here. We injure this one to the point where we are able to use it as leverage for the other one, or we flat out murdered the both of them.
Uh-huh.
Why do you sound so apprehensive at that?
Because I don't really like killing animals.
Do you-
Like, it's kind of against my thing.
Do you eat chicken?
Don't use that against me.
Cool.
We need a snap decision from Mara here.
Yeah.
Because there's another heron on its way, and this one looks like it is ready to stab any of you through the throat.
Okay. Well, I mean, this thing ain't almost dead yet.
Oh,
But
it's
I do-
super almost dead.
Yeah,
It's
he's
super
definitely
almost
more than
dead?
bloodied. Yeah.
Can I non-lethal damage it somehow?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how that works with a longbow.
What I can say is that you can aim for like one of its wings
Okay.
to get it down on the ground and essentially out of combat.
Okay.
Without actually killing it. Because
Okay.
it's 20 feet in the air, you are hitting it with disadvantage because of the fog.
Okay.
But if you can get 15 feet closer, you will not be at disadvantage.
Yeah, I can get exactly 15 feet closer. I don't know that I actually want to be 15 feet closer, but
You probably don't, but if you want to hit without disadvantage, you'll need
Yeah.
it.
I do like being not disadvantaged. Okay.
Disadvantage is a bitch.
I'm just gonna go over there. Oh, I forgot about Nephine's turn last turn. Whoops. Sorry.
I mean, can the dog get there?
Good news though,
Oh.
this guy isn't grappled anymore.
Well,
Good.
So Amara, I forgot that
Rip in
this Stiltwalker here used the help action
oh,
on
yay,
its turn, so you get advantage on your attack roll.
yay.
Ooh.
I needed it.
ooh.
Still kind of need it.
Hey Amara,
This 13 hit.
its AC is 13.
Hey.
Roll me your damage.
Okay.
You big non-wearing armor bird.
I mean, yeah. Okay. Ah,
Oh.
shit. I didn't. Hunters.
I didn't get to use vicious
Definitely
mockery. Had a good insult
God
point.
damn it! Why have I never learned my lesson about doing Hunter's Mark first? Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay. Where is the roll?
Amara, how do you bring this creature down?
Yeah.
I liked your plan actually.
God.
Shooting like Amara knowing like how birds work, she will shoot the wing that she knows like is generally where you would like clip a bird's wings to like stop them from flying and
I
pin it to
love
the
that.
ground.
Amara, with your
Pinions.
first
That's what they're called. She
yes.
puts this pinion.
You see the angle of the shot right before you fire, and you can almost hear your aunt in your ear. And you loose your arrow right as it swoops down, and you catch it right in the pinion as it jerks off course and collapses in the mud. Amara, do you want to know whose turn it is immediately after yours?
It's
Sorry,
the
Amara, is your turn over?
I mean, I would like to I would like to ask it to stand down now that it's actually pinned.
Okay. It's screaming. It's enraged.
Oh,
Is
I was
it-
like,
It's
In-game,
furious.
Oh, it's not unconscious in game?
It's not actually unconscious, though it will not be taking any further actions.
can I use animal handling to
As
try
an action on your next turn, you can.
Okay. Might have
But is
another
that
one
the
to
end?
deal
Is,
with.
is that the end of this turn?
It is, yes.
Neffany could
Oh
see
wait,
stuff.
yeah, because I'm not gonna hunter's mark this thing. It's almost dead. It's
For
essentially
all
dead.
intents and purposes, it is unconscious.
It's knocked out, yeah.
Because after that, did I do a wrong thing? I did do a wrong thing. After that,
Oh, it's tricky.
1,
It has
2,
a
3,
different
4, 5,
initiative.
6, 7, 8.
Oh my god.
9. Alistair!
Daddy Heron.
Daddy Harry.
Guys, other herring, it's over here.
It saw its mate get taken down. It's enraged. Alistair, that is going to be a hit on you.
Okay.
Alistair, you are going to take... Is this going to... No, you're probably fine. Alistair, how is...
I didn't like that.
I don't like that apprehension.
Alistair, how's 24 points of damage looking?
I would have 3 HP left.
But you're still up?
Still up.
Alistair, this
Not
heron
bad.
swoops down, and you can almost hear the sound barrier breaking as it dive bombs you, and its beak slams into you. You feel its beak open and close with sword-like sharpness as it cleaves through your chest.
Cool.
And then
Guys,
it
don't,
continues...
Don't get hit by the beak.
It is flying about 10 feet above Alistair right now. I'm gonna move it down a bit so that Alistair can actually select his token. Let me mark this one.
Oh,
so
if he's
that we know
flying, I
it's
can't
not-
punch him.
He's flying, you can't punch him. And he has flyby attack, so you can't opportunity attack as he gets away from you.
Somebody could throw me up, and I could land on him, and then I could attack
Very
him from
possibly, and truly hilarious.
him. Somebody use your action to throw me.
Cedric, it is your turn. We have another heron who is, even if it could be possible, angrier than the first one because it just saw you shoot its mate out of the sky.
Or Cedric, you can fly. You can just fly us both up there, and then we can fight in the air.
Works. Would this give me flanking? Or no?
It is in the air.
It's in the air, so no one else is in melee with it.
Fair enough. Okay. Still I'm gonna go in melee with it.
That's fun.
Hello there, bird. Yeah, you want.
Oh no.
Burning hands right to its face.
Burning
gonna make
hands to its
negotiations
face.
So bad.
It's going to be a dexterity saving throw from this thing, I believe. Is that correct?
Yeah, DC 13. For
DC
13.
13, dexterity
too.
saving throw. That's a failure.
Ignore that two
It's going to
by the way.
take... Sorry?
Ignore the 2 on top. It's just the 13.
Yes. Although I will say, Cedric, You Hexblade Curse this one as a bonus action. Oh no, that's for Hex, not Hexblade
That's
Curse.
only for Hex, yeah.
That is Hex, not Hex.
You are correct. My apologies.
Why would D&D have to name two of the things so similarly?
Though I was curious, because technically it didn't die. Do I gain the temporary hit points or no?
Yeah, because it was knocked
It's
out.
knocked, yeah.
Okay.
So, you do not gain temporary HP from a Hexblade Curse, though. You gain HP. Unless
yeah.
I'm mistaken.
No, you're right. Cool. I am back to full.
Oh, there you go. So yeah, it's gonna take that full 13 points of fire damage straight to the face, and it looks furious with you.
And I'm mad at it, as I'm gonna use an offhand dagger right to its neck.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll let that happen. I'll let that happen. 16 is gonna hit. That is 4 points of magical slashing damage. Yeah, 100%. 3 points, not 4 points. Because you don't get your ability score to damage on an
Wasn't the
offhand
ability
attack.
score. That was the magic effect. 'Cause
It's a magic dagger.
I know
You're
that it's supposed to
absolutely
be
right.
offhand, but it says, "Oh, magic dagger," and it makes me giggle.
Oh, magic! Cedric, you swipe across this creature's wing, and it's not a deep cut, but you do feel, you see the dagger glimmer in your hand as you cut across it, and blood is drawn. Alistair. I'm sorry, Cedric, is that the end of your turn?
Movement, action, bonus action. Yep.
Perfect. Alistair, that's going to be you,
Alistair's
baby.
gonna look at Cedric and say, "Well, great minds think alike. Burning hands." And
It
so...
is 15 feet in the air. It is 10 feet in the air, and Burning Hands is a 15-foot cone.
Yes.
Absolutely. It is. Ooh, that's a lot of fire. I don't think it likes where it is anymore.
But I'm not copying you, Cedric. I thought of it either at the same time or before you did. And so...
Sure.
Sure thing, Alistair. All right. So it's gonna make a dexterity saving throw again.
DC 13.
You know what? I appreciate consistency.
Are you sure you aren't copying me?
Unfortunately, it is gonna succeed that time.
Okay. So
It learned its lesson.
so it will take half
Yes.
of 3d6. So 5 damage.
5 damage. All right. This thing went from doing really well to suddenly doing very poorly.
So that's an action. Can't do flurry blows because it's too far. I am
action.
almost dead. So I'm going to use a key point to bonus action, disengage, and run the fuck away.
A wise decision.
Yes.
Very wise decision.
Because it doesn't provoke attacks, but it does have 10 feet of reach, and you provoke attacks.
Yes. So that is my last key point. So that sucks. So
That is something. That is something, all right.
Uh,
So yeah, go ahead and move and that was Step of the Wind, so you can make an athletics check to jump and try to get your full movement.
Okay. $18.
18. So normally you would move 20. Now you get to move 30.
My full movement speed is 40. So I usually move 20.
Right. I said a DC 20 was your full movement.
Oh, I
speed.
see. I
said
gotcha. Okay.
I said a DC 15 was an extra 10
I
feet.
misunderstood. Okay, cool. 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm gonna hide behind Gordon.
100% love
I can
that.
get further away though. You said I was here. And you
Uh-huh,
said 30.
and you can move
5,
30.
10, 15, 20, 20. No, I'm gonna go over by Zalora. I'm just gonna get as far as physically.
Stupendous. Stupendous. Alistair, is at the end of your turn.
That is it.
Lovely. Next up, it is these dudes, and when you said, hey, throw me, they were getting ready to throw you, and they're like,
Oh! I wish they had communicated that since clearly they understand common!
but then you threw fire, and they were like, oh.
I mean,
I now get that, and I'm like, hey, if it's still alive next turn, we can do the throwing plan.
They look at you and like, what's a turn? This guy is gonna help his buddy up out of the muck, and he is going to back up because he's trying to cough up mud. However, another one joins the fight, and they are going to.
You meant the herons.
Oh God, no! Another stilt walker, not another heron. Jesus God, they're not really sure what to do because they don't have anything they can throw. They have no thrown weapons.
I'm a skinny dude.
Gordon, do you want them to try to throw you up to the heron?
I'm a skinny dude, and I don't have much else in the tank. All I have is my rapier. Let's go.
Cool. Gordon, I'm gonna need an acrobatics check from you and an athletics check from this stilt walker as they attempt to throw you up there. I'm gonna give them proficiency on this.
The yeeting.
Here we go.
Yeah, he got a 13 on his athletics, got a 15 in your acrobatics. He's going to, so this is like a combination between your turn and his. He is going to grab you, and he is going to fling you up onto the heron where you just barely managed to grab onto one of the heron's legs and hold on. The heron suddenly has an extra weight and is uncomfortable with this turn of events. Gordon, I'm gonna say that's your movement for the turn, but what are you doing up there? I will say, climbing up a giant thing, you can make an athletics check to get up to the top, up onto its back, where you might be more secure. Doing so, I would say... Actually, I'll let you do that as, like, the rest of your movement, basically.
All right, I'll take that.
So, here, let me explain to you how this works before you roll.
Okay.
If you get a DC 10, you hold steady. Nothing happens. On a DC 12, you climb up to its back. If you get below a 7 or below, you fall off.
It's worth the risk. I really ain't got much else left other than bolts and this.
I love it, I love it, I love it. Roll me that athletics check, buddy.
Nice.
My man, that is a 21.
Nice.
I'm gonna count this heron as being grappled, because you
Nice.
beat a DC 20, which I very much did not expect.
Ooh.
Gordon, you are functionally grappling this heron now.
I love it.
If you would like, feel free to give me an attack roll.
Do you get advantage on grappled? I think.
No, you do not. But the creature's speed becomes 0, which means it can't dive bomb people anymore.
Oh, thank
How
God.
hurt is this before I make my attack?
What was that? I'm sorry?
How hurt is this one before I make my attack?
I will tell you just with your passive perception is 11.
11.
So it's below bloodied.
All right.
I will tell you it's taken a total so far of 13 plus 5 is 18. I think that's all that can be all the damage taken so far.
Okay.
Yeah, it's below bloodied. It's hurting real bad.
14.
14's gonna hit.
All right. Well, here's where things are going to get interesting. I'm going to use my bonus action to tack on a little something extra.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Ooh. Ooh.
Well.
Okay.
Gordon, keep the damage from Psychic Blades for flavor, because that's great. Take back that use of Bardic Inspiration, because it was dead after your rapier attack.
Oh.
But I do want you to tell me what that Psychic Blade looks like as you kill this thing.
So, I think as he's just kind of once again fighting for his life for reasons he doesn't quite understand in a place he doesn't quite logically grasp, he kind of has a small moment of fuck it, and just all the motion, all the everything. He swings the rapier to kind of, I'm trying to think of the words and it's not coming. He swings it around his hand, he plunges it in, and it just bright purple flesh.
You sink your blade into this creature's back in your underhand grip, which
Thank
I
you.
think is something you learned in back alley fighting.
Very
And
much so.
the creature, the heron's wings splay out, and it gives a strangled shriek as it collapses to the ground. Super dead.
Oh, dead or not getting it out?
That was Psychic
No,
Blades.
that one's
It's
dead.
Oh,
super
Psychic
dead.
Blades, yeah, of course. Yep, dumb question.
Was
Congratulations.
not expecting a 6 and a 5.
Yeah.
I saw the rapier. I didn't even see the Psychic Blades. Yeah, duh.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
And
That
either way,
heron's-
Amara was the only one trying to not kill them.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
heron is super dead. Amara, the heron by you is screaming and crying and furious. But as the party stands, as Cedric and Gordon stand over the dead heron, Zalora has paused to catch her breath, and one of these still walkers, the one who threw you, Gordon, is going to walk up, and it takes a hand off of its stilts and undoes a clasp on the helmet it's wearing, which is kind of like a beekeeper mask.
Yeah.
And it pulls the mask aside, and you see I don't think any of you are. You're all from generally cosmopolitan areas, especially Alistair. So I think, Gordon, you've seen a hobgoblin before.
Okay.
I imagine I would have a couple times out on.
You see an extremely angular featured face that is like a mottled green color. And he regards you and says, "Thank you for your assistance. Those creatures would have torn us to shreds."
I'm still kind of out of it because he has never seen that happen with his rapier before, mind you.
Ah, fun.
So he's just kind of right, not a problem.
The other one's gonna walk over to his friend and help him. And you see some of the others of them also approach out of the fog.
I know we definitely capture, like, we stopped the bird. I pointed this one. I'm like, I know we didn't kill it, but like, I almost feel like, based on its chirping and it sounds like it. I almost think we should put it down.
Honestly, Amara kind of has that thought. Yeah.
Amara, I will tell you that with the wounds you inflicted on it, it will either require actual medical care or it will never recover. Its wounds are probably already horrendously infected. You don't think this thing is going to get back in the air unless it gets some magical medical assistance.
No. Amara's gonna like pull her spear out from behind her back, and she's just gonna.
Amara, you mercy kill it. You put the thing out of its misery.
And she's going to say, "I'm sorry," while still having speak with animals.
It responds with, "I'm sorry for what?" I'm just kidding.
Fuck you! But doesn't matter.
Nephany is gonna like walk over to you, Amara, and like nose at your side.
Well, I tried. Can't always win them all.
Not everything here is going to be friendly. I think you've already learned that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
One of the that same hobgoblin's talking to you, Gordon, and he says, "I didn't expect to see travelers here, especially not ones who fight the way you did. Are you just passing through? Where are you going?"
We're heading up north. We have some business with certain individuals.
Up north? Are you going to Downfall?
Yeah.
That's it precisely.
Oh. Be careful on your way there. Agden Longscarf has set up a nasty little toll on the road there.
Toll?
And that name.
He's the leader of the Herringon bandits.
Oh,
who
yes. We run into that.
roam around hither nowadays.
Oh, those boys.
Yeah, those. They're nasty sons of bitches.
I have my own reservations with them.
I wouldn't pick a fight with them if you can help it. There's a lot of them, and Agden himself has been equipped with some nasty shit by Bavlorna.
We did beat up a group of them already, and then I think they might have told their boss, so they probably already... Yeah, we already probably have...
Oh. Well, good luck.
Yeah.
One of them is going to say, Arkin, I think we owe these guys something. And Arkin, who seems to be like some kind of an authority, says, we do, yeah. You all look like you could use a rest after that. You've been walking for a while, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
It's been quite an ordeal, yes.
Rest would be appreciated.
Filka. And one of the other hobgoblins walks up. Isn't the inn passing this way soon? And Filka looks, says, I think so, boss.
The inn,
Well, here.
the inn moves like the mountain moves?
The mountain. You mean
Tellamy Hill, yeah.
Yeah, I never really thought about it, but yeah, they both have feet. That's
At
weird.
this point, I wouldn't be surprised if Downfall itself walked around.
I don't think Downfall does. And Filka says Downfall doesn't move. It's pretty stationary.
Thank God.
But the inn at the end of the
Maybe
road
that's-
does wander around.
Maybe that's why it doesn't fall. No, maybe that's why it doesn't move, because it... Okay, I'm gonna stop. Yep. I stopped it. You can't criticize
You
me
know
for
what?
a bad joke. I
You're-
censored myself.
You're trying. I'm not gonna say I appreciate it, but I don't hate it.
I don't know how I did that, but I will do that again, so help me.
Gordon, how is being thrown? It's pretty cool, right?
It was terrifying.
Oh, I like it. I like being thrown.
Well, hey, Arkin is going to reach into one of the pockets on his outfit and pull out a wooden token and say, hand that to Sue Harabax when you get there. She's the innkeeper. Tell her Arkin sent you. She'll give you some rooms.
All right, I'll pocket it and I'll give him my hand to shake.
He takes it.
Can you actually tell us anything about Downfall or the oh my god. I know what they're frog people. They're bullywugs. Bullywugs. Or Bavlorna.
Yeah, that's where we go to trade our eggs and sell our wares.
Mhm.
What do you want to know?
So then we have to go there for reasons. So
It's a nice enough place. It's one of the few places with solid ground here in Heather, so...
Okay, because we know Bavlorna can be, like, bad news, so we weren't sure how the town would be, so...
Shh! Careful how loudly you say that.
Oh, yeah?
You never know who's listening
Okay.
for her.
Good point.
There's an undercurrent, Alistair, when he says that, where you don't know if he thinks his own people are working for Bavlorna or not.
Ooh.
What was the name?
Actually, that's a good point. Are you wearing the gourd openly?
Yeah, that's how Cedric is keeping it close to him. He's wearing
Gotcha.
Well, like Gara. You're wearing it like Gara.
Let's see if
Oh my
you-
God.
I don't know who that is, but like, I'm gonna assume yes.
Oh,
It's a Naruto.
It's a
He's
Naruto,
a Naruto
character who wears a
character.
gourd on his back.
Wow.
Don't watch
Is
that.
Dalton too young for Naruto?
No, I'm not too young for it. I just expressively chose not to watch
That's
it.
fair.
This is valid.
Yeah.
As he's talking to you, actually, he does notice. You can tell that he takes notice of the gourd, but he doesn't say anything about it. Again, you get the impression he doesn't really care for the Harengon bandits. So,
So
I'm
yeah,
gonna say if
I'll
say
be-
anything, we could tell him we literally mugged it from the muggers.
but he is going to say, Downfall itself doesn't necessarily have much to do with Bavlorna.
Okay.
She lives near there, and the people who live there swear fealty to her. But she's pretty hands-off, from what I understand, with the
Okay.
actual governing of
Oh.
the place.
That's good.
I would watch out for the bullywogs, though. They're pompous sort, and they have a bad habit of enacting coups and bloody mutinies against their rulers. I think they've been through... shit.
Oh, that's... Oh.
Benched. How many are it now? And one of the other hobgoblins says, I think they've been through four different monarchs in the past month. Yeah, it's about one a week.
I don't like the specific use of monarch.
Well, King, Queen,
King,
Mayor,
Queen,
Deputy...
Empress, Duke. They use all kinds of titles
Yeah.
there. Doesn't mean a whole lot, but Bavlorna is happy
Yeah.
to keep them to use them if it keeps them happy and placated.
Are there
Think
any bullywugs that you specifically would, like, trust or, like, negotiate with or anything like that?
I'd probably say Duke Squaddles. And this one says, Duke Squaddles got assassinated 2 weeks ago.
Cool.
Oh.
And Arkin says, hey, not Duke Squaddles. How about Baron Longleg? Baron Longleg got killed 3 days ago. Okay, not Baron Longleg. What happened to Baron Longleg? He got poisoned by Marquise de Fatface. Oh, yeah. Is he still around? Last I heard, yeah, but I'm pretty sure he's on his way out. Nobody likes him.
Dang.
What about
Hyper revolutionaries. I love it.
Yeah.
what about spellcasters or healers? Are there any of those in Downfall that you know of?
Or are there any among your people?
That's true.
None of us hobgoblins are mages. Bavlorna has a bad habit of rooting out anyone who might be strong enough to take her on. She doesn't like threats to her power.
What about
Um,
healers? Healers aren't normally a threat.
anyone with the power to heal has the power to get people's respect.
Hmm.
I don't think there are any powerful healers in Downfall, but maybe. What I last heard, there were a couple of Darkling merchants who came in from Yon. Maybe you might talk to them.
A couple what?
Darkling merchants?
What are those?
They're weird little shadow creatures, kind of about, he holds up his stilt, about yay tall.
I look at Cedric
Um,
the second he says shadow creatures.
Weird little dark bitches. I don't know much about them.
Because
Like I said, they're from
doesn't mean I know it.
They're from Yon, so I haven't interacted with them much. They like the eggs, though. Pay a hefty price for them.
Is the currency here?
Oh, we use metal coins, same as I imagine. I'm guessing you're not from Prismere at all.
No.
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 You kind of give off that air.
Mhm.
I'm gonna show a gold coin that I have, like this.
Oh, boy. There's like a flash of greed across his face.
Yeah, it's like definitely would have showed a
Yeah.
copper or
Yeah.
a silver over
Yeah.
showing
All
a
I
gold.
have is
like
gold.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nobles.
Did you say all I have is gold?
No, I assumed your comment was out of character.
Yes, of course it was. Yes.
Yeah.
You're right. I think all of us all we have are gold because I also only have gold. Yeah.
There's no reason any of you can't, like, separate a gold into smaller denominations.
Okay.
I feel like it makes sense for a noble to have
It-
100 pieces of gold.
Nobles
I
don't
will
carry
say-
change.
Cedric probably does just have gold on his person. That sounds very appropriate.
Working at the carnival, I would have multiple denominations. I feel
You would
like.
100% have multiple denominations.
You have to have change for people.
Exactly.
But Arkin is going to continue and say, if you don't have cash, though, or some people don't take it, and trade for a lot of things here in Downfall,
We've
money won't get
noticed.
you very far with Bavlorna herself, I'll tell you that much.
Good to know.
Where is she located if not Downfall?
I did fire 2 bolts.
Bavlorna has a cottage a little bit, I want to say northwest of Downfall. It's where she is most of the time, when she's not visiting the Bullywog courts. Or, I don't know, wherever it is that strikes her fancy. Sometimes she goes visit her sisters, from what I understand.
Thought she didn't like her sisters.
She doesn't.
They still gotta meet.
She is loud about it, too.
Yeah.
That's kind of a problem with the Darkling merchants from Yon. Some whispers and downfalls say that they're there on strict orders from Endlin herself. Sorry, Moongrave. Moongrave herself.
Who's that?
I don't know who that is.
You have not... I don't think you've heard the name Moongrave
Okay.
before. No, you have. Endelyn Moongrave is the name of one of the hags
Oh, yeah.
who lives in the theater that holds what Amara has lost.
Oh, that's mine. Yeah, I thought I recognized Moongrave slightly, but I
Yes.
wasn't sure.
Endelyn Moongrave is one of the hags.
Oh.
A bite. So, I get the feeling that it's not a great idea to what is it called? What is the word? Damn it.
Mention?
To mention any issue with Bavlorna in Downfall.
No, we don't disrespect Miss Blightstraw here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
And there's
to know.
like an undercurrent of advice that he's giving you with that
Yes.
statement.
And Amara kind of like takes her passive insight kind of and like decides to trust him basically based on that.
Yeah, I think that you can tell that he is genuinely grateful to the six of y'all,
Mhm.
5 of y'all, for saving his companion's life. And he is trying to give you as much honest help as he can.
Yeah.
He is starting to like fidget a bit. You think that he does need to get moving.
Yeah.
And if you want to catch the end, you probably should as well.
Are you are you like a roving band, or do you have a village near here too?
No, we're nomads ourselves.
Okay.
The waters of hither make it kind of hard to hole up anywhere.
Okay.
And what was your name one more time, friend?
Name's Arkin.
Arkin. There we go.
Is there a way to find you again?
Give me 1 second. If you wander around these places, you might see one of my boys. But other than that, I don't know.
Please do watch out for any future birds when you're.
I tell you what, to make a living here, you have to do what you have to do. You get the impression this is just a grimly accepted fact of life here.
Yeah.
Tell you what, with these cranes, though, we're gonna eat well for a while.
Well, at least there's that.
Ooh, that's a good question. Do we have to monitor our food stores / how are our food and water stores?
I'm not that kind of a person as a DM.
Okay.
And actually, in the book, it's incredibly easy to forage for food here in the Feywild. That's just a thing Amara could do.
Okay.
Not to mention, I'm book smart. I can help.
Okay.
There you go.
I
Yeah,
didn't know if we should request some of the heron to take with us, but okay, cool.
that's fair. They'll offer you a cut of the meat if you want it.
I wouldn't say no.
I could go
no,
for
I-
a fillet, a steak, whatever you want, a breast.
It will not be steak. That is not how meat works.
I think you could have avian steak.
Nope,
No.
steak is a type of meat.
I mean, tuna steak.
Yeah, tuna steak. I think you can make a steak out of anything.
Not out of anything. I think it needs to be a
Not
very...
out of anything. They are, however, go ahead and put in your inventory 3 cuts of heron meat.
Everyone? Like per? Or...
And anyone who wants it.
Okay.
I won't say no to some extras.
Here's the thing, though. It is wet, raw meat. So you will need some way to carry it. They're willing to offer you the meat itself, but things to carry it in are in short supply.
In protest, I have written 3 heron steaks in my inventory, so I don't care what y'all say.
Gotcha. What are you carrying it in, Alistair?
What
are you carrying the wet raw meat in?
I have a map / scroll case. I take the map / scroll, put it in my bag, and I take the case and I fill it with meat.
That is
incredible.
That is foul, but I recognize.
Oh God, amazing!
I have loose papers in my bag and a box of meat.
I don't think I want anyone else to tell me how you're doing it anymore. I think that was foul enough if you not want any other answers.
Mara watches him do that, and she just like holds her own case because it is full of all of her drawings and shit.
Nephine's like, don't.
No.
Don't.
Even if I don't eat this meat, eventually I could use it as a weapon. And
No,
so-
this is not a look of should I do that too. This is a look of fuck no.
Don't take mine. Yeah.
Fuck
Listen, I
never.
don't even have a way to carry it, so I actually can't.
You could cook it instantly though with your firepower, maybe. Just...
That's not how any of this works.
It isn't, in fact, how any of this works. So anyone who can think of a way to carry the meat has the meat on their person. Otherwise, it's slabs of raw meat. So,
Neffany?
er, I'll just eat it.
That's what I'm asking, actually. Yes, if you want to eat it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Cool.
I want to eat it.
This
It's
is a treat
weird.
for dog.
I didn't think that raw meat was attractive before, but now I can
Right.
fuck with some raw meat.
Mhm.
This was a treat for the dogs back in my family's manor.
I guess that counts for me now. That feels weird.
Also, it can if you get like a black eye, you put it on your eye, and it makes your eye better.
That is a
That doesn't
myth.
sound right.
That does
But
not
the
actually-
party is going to continue onward.
Yep.
I was gonna ask, but I got
No, what's up?
What's up?
cut over.
Mhm.
Are any of them planning on going to the inn?
No, they are not. They still have more gathering to do.
Will they be Oh, that's a good question though. After you gather, are you going to be going to Downfall for trading and stuff?
Probably in a couple of days.
Oh,
We don't
maybe
plan
we'll
to
see-
do it anytime soon.
Maybe we'll see you there.
Maybe. Safe travels, friends.
You as well.
Thank you.
So the party is going to continue on their way towards hither. And true to Arkin's word, it is only about a mile up north. When you see
Fly up to another inn.
a walking in,
Are those all legs?
you can click on the image to make it bigger. But to answer your question, yes, they are all legs.
Are we gonna have to fly up there again? Or find a way up?
Fortunately, no, because as you get closer to it, the inn.
Yeah.
Oh, I only have Gordon here.
Gordon, you're the only one who made it. Carry on our legacy.
Oh, goodbye.
Ah, shit.
Oh, it's
It
got
is up
lots
to
of
the right
little
story.
feet.
Lots of little feet.
Has anybody
As you
read? Has anybody read Discworld?
No.
I've read Color of Magic, but only Color
Okay,
of Magic.
so there's a little trunk that walks around, and it has like 10 little
Oh,
feet
yeah.
on the bottom of the trunk.
Rincewind's trunk.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, honestly, pretty similar. As the inn gets close to you, it actually stops, and the feet hold still, and out of that front door you saw, it like unrolls like paper, and then pops up, a front porch with a set of steps that descend down like paper craft. But when they finish unfolding, they are as solid as stone, leading up to the front door of the inn.
Get in.
I'm never gonna get used to this.
I've
Also,
officially given up on getting used to this.
This is maybe one of the cooler things that we've run into here.
I mean,
Is
in
that
our
the
world,
thing-
we have carriages with wheels. These are just feet wheels.
So y'all head in, I assume. The front door is open. It is unlocked. And you see a little desk at the front. And on the desk there is a small bell.
I'll be right back.
I'm gonna press the bell, I guess.
Fantastic, Cedric. You press the bell and you hear, coming. And from this door in the back comes out an old woman. And you see, Arkin mentioned her name to you. You see Sue Harabax.
She has a cat.
Oh,
She has a little bag slung over her shoulder. The cat is not in it. The cat is actually wandering probably somewhere. You actually see the cat at the top of the stairs looking down at you.
Oh.
But Sue... Neffany goes like, and her ears go directly upwards. Sue walks up and goes, "Oh, travelers! Welcome to the inn at the end of the road. What can I do for you? Can I get you some rooms?
Rooms would be much appreciated. Gordon, do you have the thing, right?
Yeah, yeah. I'll pull the token out of my pocket.
Oh, lovely! She takes it from you, and she says, You didn't take this from Arkin's dead body, did you?
No.
We
saved
actually
him from dying.
helped he and his boys out of a spot.
Yeah.
Ah, one good turn absolutely does deserve another. I'm happy to offer that here at the inn. Please come in and make yourselves at home. Your rooms will be upstairs. There are 4 of them currently open. 1 single, 2 king size, and 1 with 2 beds. Divvy it up yourselves.
I was gonna say we'll figure that out when we get up there.
Breakfast is served in the room to your left.
Shower? Bath?
Ah, yes, we have bathing equipment downstairs.
There's a
You
Wait.
don't see a downstairs. You see this staircase that goes up.
We get downstairs?
I don't.
Just sorry, you just go up over here. She goes to the staircase and she stomps her foot twice, and the staircase shudders, folds up, and then unfolds again, going down.
Repeat. The
Ah,
coolest thing we've seen here so far.
Yeah, definitely the coolest since it's not trying to kill us.
Yeah.
No, none of that here. The inn at the end of the road has been a staple here in Hither since Zabilna was in charge.
If this is a moving inn,
That's
what
correct.
direction are you currently going?
I'm currently wandering around to the west, but we don't go very quickly. You won't find yourselves more than a mile or 2 off course.
Oh.
Okay.
I think we can afford
If
that.
you're just wandering, is there any way we could ask for the change of course? Or
The inn itself wanders to wherever the nearest people need shelter.
that is
It's a
fair.
little difficult to take it off course, but I can try. Why do you ask?
We're currently on our way to Downfall.
It's
Are you?
somewhat important
I
business.
see.
The longer it takes, the worse it is.
She leans up on the counter and she fixes you with a pretty piercing gaze. And she says, What business might that be?
I'm gonna roll insight on her.
Yeah, I was
Absolutely.
just gonna ask.
Yeah, that's immediate.
Out of character, did I miss anything during like the
Have
2
you
seconds
rolled
I
over
stepped?
a 10 at any point?
The 2 seconds I stepped away, did I miss anything?
She told you that the bedrooms were upstairs, the bath was downstairs, and that the staircase, if it's
Magical
stomped on
staircase.
twice, can either go upwards or
Oh,
downwards.
very cool. Okay.
And now she seems interested as to what your business in Downfall is.
Amara is actually just going to say the truth and say that Bavlorna has something of one of ours, and we'd like to meet with her to try and get it back.
Oh, I mean, is that's a slight half truth?
That is
that is
not.
the
It is
truth.
absolutely the truth.
What does Beth Lorna have of ours?
She has Gordon's stolen possession.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kyle didn't remember that. Okay, cool.
That's fair.
She also has my freedom, technically.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah, that,
I was gonna say, there's also the matter of the.
I was
indentured
keeping that part
servitude.
out of there, though.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't roll an insight for that.
So Sue is going to take that information. I see. Bavlorna's taken a great deal from a lot of us. And she looks at you, Cedric, and she says, Can I ask why you're carrying that gourd?
Oh, okay.
Tell me what you know about it, and then I'll answer back.
I know that it
Fair.
belongs to the hag, and I know that its magic is powerful. And I know that it was given to a bunch of brigands
And
who've
we
attempted.
dealt with them.
Wait, what?
Oh?
Who what? Attempted?
We dealt with the brigands.
Well, a sect of them.
She was saying,
So,
yeah, well, the ones we ran into.
Did that include their leader?
Not yet. I plan
No,
on
but
seeing
I
it.
heard we're running into them soon.
Yeah.
I can't take you any further than Agdon's tollway.
Yeah, that.
But
Yeah, that would work. If
it
possible.
sounds like you have good reason to go to Downfall.
Mhm.
And I'm going to be honest here, kids. She settles herself on the counter. If you're going to go fuck up Bavlorna's shit, I'm here 100% for it.
Oh, thank God, you're so. Yeah, I want to beat up this lady. I want.
Bavlorna could use a solid right hook, I think.
Are we allowed to? Okay, well, because I've heard we weren't allowed to talk bad.
The inn at the end of the road is
Downfall.
a safe place, and
They said
Bavlorna's
specifically
followers
downfall.
are not welcome here.
Okay.
I can't actually deny them service. Such is the Prismere law of hospitality.
Now,
However,
Yeah, that's.
I
what
can make things uncomfortable for them,
Mhm.
and I like to do so. Fortunately, the 5 of you seem to be a decent lot. Sorry, the 6 of you seem to be a decent lot. So
Gordon, why
I'm
did you roll
happy to
insight
provide...
twice?
Huh?
Gordon, why did you roll insight twice?
Why did Gordon roll insight twice?
Because quite frankly, that immediate just upfrontness does not rub me right.
Ooh, interesting.
Nobody just outright flips a coin. Oh yeah, no, fuck that bitch. Gordon doesn't
Well,
trust
we're the
that.
ones who said it first. We said fuck that bitch. Then she said fuck that bitch.
As soon
No,
as
we were truthful, and then she dropped into immediate revolutionary talk. That's not progression of
Oh,
conversation.
I think that sounds completely normal.
So I will say...
You're also
Gordon,
not paranoid.
I will say, Gordon, with... I don't think that circumstances change enough to warrant a second insight check is the problem.
Okay, if you. Okay.
So I think your 11 stands.
Okay.
But I will
First.
say with your 11, you're not unfamiliar with people who hold their opinions back until they get a measure of who's in front of them. And you think that she got your measure through that conversation, which is why she revealed the opinion she has.
Okay.
God.
So you got her trust over the course of that conversation. And you think it was Amara's honesty that did it.
I'm good for that. Speaking
I'm
of,
too
does
terrible.
Amara get anything extra?
With a 14, looking at Sue, you don't get the impression that she's been hurt by Bavlorna. You get the impression she's seen a lot of people who have been.
No, buddy. Making that noise.
So with that revelation, insight, and the reason why I rolled it is I'm going to say, do you know anyone here or is there anyone else here right now?
Here in the inn? No, dearies.
Oh, it's just us.
Fortunately, the rooms are vacant.
Okay.
Well, so much for a little extra coin.
In your
Do you
Were you hoping to shake down my other patrons for money?
I
no,
think he meant betting.
well,
No, I'm a musician by trade. I play for tips.
That's fair.
Oh.
I don't think she likes it.
Minstrels. It's not that. I had another minstrel, one like you, pass by. A bit smarmier than you, I would say, who definitely tried to shake down everyone here for everything they were worth. Obnoxious sort. Kept trying to hit on me. I didn't care for that.
oh,
You got a name?
where are you going
Sue.
to find them?
My name
Not-
is Sue Haramax.
not you.
Not you, ma'am. The troublemaker.
Because
Oh.
we're gonna hunt down the random bard.
Huh, that was a long time ago.
He's dead now.
He's probably not in Prismere if he knows what's good for him. That was back when Bavlorna was first assuming control, back when the waters ran clear and still.
I
No, I
understand
can't
that.
imagine he's here anymore.
I understand
Alright.
that Bavlorna has been taking out competition, so to say. Is there anyone left who can remove a curse?
Remove a curse.
In your travels, if you know of any spellcasters.
She looks back at Cedric and goes, "Oh."
The word curse, you would see Cedric's wings tense up.
We don't know that.
Yeah, that does
literally
not
a
escape.
curse.
Does not escape Sue's notice. What was that, Kyle? I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say to her, I'm like, we don't know it's literally a curse, but it's definitely some kind of powerful spell.
The only individuals who could reasonably remove something like that. I hear there are a set of Darkling merchants who have wandered into Downfall recently. You might check with them.
Okay.
Oh,
Do they
that
have
makes
items
two.
that remove curses?
That's exactly what they might have.
Okay.
They themselves have no power that I'm aware of.
I thought
From what
so.
I understand, they work for one of Bavlorna's sisters. However, foiling Bavlorna's plans are very much at the top of her sister's priorities.
I gathered that.
Which I wanted to discuss that. Now that we know the inn is safe, I'll forget to mention.
Well, let's not discuss that here. Come, dearies,
Maybe
you
not
all look tremendously
openly.
hungry. Let's get you a warm meal.
Kyle keeps forgetting to say something, and I keep wanting to Alistair to bring it up, and I keep forgetting to have him say it.
Feel free to keep talking though. She's gonna move to the kitchen and start preparing a meal
I thought she
for
was
the.
telling me to stop talking. Okay.
No. It was just let's get you
I
warm
see.
and fed.
I see. Okay, cool. So
Let's stop talking at the entrance.
Yes, good point. So we keep hearing how the sisters don't like each other, and we also
Right.
know they like deals and stuff like that. I
Yes,
wonder
yes.
if there's a way we could just pit the sisters against each other, and then
Very possibly.
and then we wouldn't have to necessarily take down Bavlorna, quote unquote. We could have one of the others, and then last hag standing. Then we only have to take out one hag instead of 3.
Setting the hags against each other is probably your best bet to make any real headway against them. You don't want them united against you.
Yeah.
They are exponentially more powerful together than they are apart. I don't know how much you know about how covens work.
That
but
is
they're
yeah.
dangerous.
That's genuinely
Yeah,
how it is. For any
Even if
group.
we kill, let's say we take out Bavlorna, that would just unite the other 2 sisters as one against us.
That's precisely correct.
Yeah.
What I will say also is if your intent is to set them against each other, you might well get Bavlorna's help to set the other 2 against each other.
The thought of getting the help of Bavlorna, Cedric looks very pissed off.
Yeah, that's not exactly
If I may offer you a word of advice, dearie, work on your poker face before you go see Bavlorna.
There is that old saying: keeps your friends close and your enemies closer.
True, but this is one particular enemy I wouldn't mind stabbing once or twice.
She comes back and serves the 5 of you, because Zalora is here as well, a hearty dinner of meat pie.
Does Neffany get a meat pie?
Neffany does get a serving of scrap meats.
Oh, that's cute.
And Neffany goes, I really think that I should be above this, but God, it looks good! And she just shoves her entire snout in it.
If there's something that you'd like to eat that you liked before,
This
let me
is
know and we
so
can-
delicious!
let me know and we can
Why
find
does it
it.
taste so good?
Oh, I feel really bad right now.
You get the impression that everything is really delicious to Neffany, and she's not used to that.
Do you know?
I used to be picky! Now everything is good! And Sue
On
goes,
the plus side, it'll be
"Is your
easier.
dog all right?"
My dog is not a dog.
It's new to being a dog.
There's a lot of new things we're all kind of dealing with at the moment.
Demons
Sue looks at you, Amara, and says, "Nature spirit?"
I think so.
Sounds about right. It's a rare person who can take a spirit of that cat.
1 second. Yeah, am I being loud? Yeah. Okay, yeah, I will turn my TV down, and I will also turn myself down. Yes. Okay, you're welcome.
Nephany is still crying with joy at how good the meat tastes. You'd be impressed with a little bit of salt can do to meat.
Alexa, stop.
What?
No, I just said Alexa, stop.
Did I turn on your Alexa?
No, Jess called me with the Alexa, but then it wouldn't turn off, so Jess was just hearing all our stuff in the background, so I was like, no.
Gotcha.
I needed to hang
my
up.
Gotcha. So does the party have any more questions for Sue?
Yeah.
She's happy to just keep up. I'm sorry, yes, Kyle.
Do you know, obviously you're in Hither, but do you know much about the other two hags? The other two sisters?
Only what I've heard about them through whispers and downfall. Scabatha Nightshade, Endolin Moongrave. That's their names. Nasty pieces of work, just like Bavlorna. And from what I understand, they haven't been any kinder to their realms than Bavlorna has been to Hither.
Are any of them the quote-unquote, of the three, the nastiest? Is one of them worse than the others, or they're all equally nasty?
I haven't experienced either of the other two firsthand, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna
it's
say
rumor.
Bavlorna's the nastiest.
Yeah. Okay.
Probably
I can't
gonna be worse
leave
where you
Hither.
are.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Time was the inn could wander all around Prismere, and now that rancid bitch has stuck me here and hither.
Is she responsible for the fog?
All
Is the
three
fog
of them
separating? Is the fog what's separating the other two areas?
That's correct.
Huh.
You can only pass through the fog if you're from one of the other realms, or accompanied by a guide from the other realms.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that one.
Well, that's gonna make the other stops a bit more difficult.
Does it?
She
what,
looks at you when you say that, Gordon.
what qualifies as a guide?
Someone who is from one of the other realms, or has the hag's express permission to travel there.
Oh.
If you can get Bavlorna's permission to go to thither or yon, then you can go there. But you would need permission or a guide who's from there.
That would be another reason why we would maybe want to make her, and against her
Something
sisters.
of a deal.
Yeah.
There might be another option in Downfall, though. I've heard that the Darkling merchants aren't the only Outrealmers. Apparently there's a scarecrow. Someone wandering around Downfall who's from thither.
Okay.
Do you know his name or their name?
I don't. I want to say the Scarecrow uses he/him pronouns, but I'm not sure.
But animated scarecrows can't be too common, so that might be.
Probably not.
Yeah.
I do know that the Scarecrow does have a crab claw on one of his arms, so that's a bit
That's
of
a
a
giveaway.
distinguishing characteristic.
Yeah.
That's rather easy to spot in a crowd, I agree.
Crab claw. Huh.
Yeah, that was kind of my reaction too when I heard about it. It's not normal.
You're rather
Scarecrow.
well informed for being so far out here.
Traveler.
I have my ways. The inn goes all around
Yeah.
here. And besides, I get my news from all over the place. Amara, you get you get a similar sense from her as you did from your Aunt Baxia. You think she has some nature magic to her as well.
Oh. I just thought of something. We did run into those Harengon brigands. Do you know of any good Harengon tribes? Like, not, robbing
Not
ones?
here and hither, no, I'm afraid.
Okay.
I fear that if they exist, Dagdon has either browbeaten them into submission or convinced them that they're better off following him.
Guys, we should take on Dagdon, and then I should lead the tribe.
Oh
Oh.
god, I feel like that's worse than Dagdon.
Dagdon.
Act on, yeah.
Dagdon. I'm just saying, it's my heritage. I could lead a Harengon tribe.
Heritage. I get it.
Yeah.
Just
And
mouthful
they
of
were
food.
just saying
get
I
out.
make too many hair jokes. I don't think it's possible. I think.
You probably make too many. I don't know you that well, but you probably make too many hair jokes. So
like me around here?
Like you, dearie. Let me see if she even knows what you are, Cedric.
We did hear about the shadows.
Someone with, horns?
Yes.
Not specifically.
Someone who's horny.
I don't believe so, no, dearie. I'm sorry. Are you looking for family here?
No, just was hoping I could find someone.
I'm sorry I couldn't be of more help.
Ooh, that does remind me.
Look,
With a
reminding
mouthful
going
of
around
food,
here. No.
with a mouthful of food, I am gonna pull something out of my pocket and hand it to her.
Oh?
Have you seen someone around wearing something made of this?
Oh, this is a strange thing. Interesting. Where did you find this?
It was something we brought with us when we took our little soiree.
But it does belong to a creature associated with this plane, with this world.
Indeed.
I
And,
see.
Bit of a missing persons case of a sort.
I'm afraid that I don't know directly what this is, but it doesn't look real.
It's shadows.
Come off one of the like sun and moon
Shadows.
sisters.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
it was a shadowy elf with a moon mask.
Mara's gonna actually ask that in character.
Oh, sorry.
Because I mean, if that's the case, then they wouldn't be here. They would be in the theater.
See, it's always worth bringing up. You never know.
I'm sorry, did I not mention that before?
No,
That
it's in
was
our
part of
notes.
my question and answer section.
It's in our notes that the sisters were involved with the theater. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's actually a good line of thinking. Was there anything in our notes that was about that we got from the unicorn horses, whatever they were?
Well, you now, Sue can tell you that, Endlin Moongrave is in the realm of Yawn.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's
we knew
good.
the theater was in Yon.
Oh, okay. I wasn't
Yeah.
sure if you knew that already or not. But that means you also know the Darkling merchants in Downfall are from Yawn. They might know something about the sisters.
And then the scarecrow was from Thither.
Thither.
Ooh, okay. So that's two different groups right there. In terms of okay, cool.
It absolutely
yeah.
is.
You,
Well-
JP.
What was that? I'm sorry, Dalton?
I have a question for you.
Yeah, go for it.
Is there a way to have the butterfly wings appear without activating its effect? Like, not to, like, use, but, like, to like...
You know what? Yeah, 100%.
It's because it's funny to have Cedric have two sets of wings.
That's not why I was bringing it up.
No, that's why Joe agreed.
I mean, I'm big on, like, fluff uses of magic like that, so absolutely you can do that. I love that shit. I eat that shit up.
Based on our notes, do we? And I can ask this to Sue too. But what was the alicorn? I know we defined the alicorn in order to free the dormant queen. The dormant queen being Zabilna. Or no, it could be Titania. I don't know. But
It's a queen's in this place, yeah.
So you ask about the alicorn.
Yeah.
To Sue.
Mm-hmm.
And she... Let me look at something, make sure that I... So she kind of... You see her pale when you say that. And she says, who told you that?
These magical horse creatures back in our world.
No, that was said to you by Witch and Light.
Was it?
Right before you left.
I need to change that.
They
now.
said that to Cedric specifically right before you left the carnival.
Okay, I will amend that.
And she says, do you know what an alicorn is?
It's unicorn bunny.
What? No.
Unicorn
No?
with wings.
Can anyone make me an Arcana check to see if you know what an alicorn is?
Washa!
Can I roll
Nope.
over a 10?
Wait, what is Kyle thinking of? What is a unicorn bunny? There is a word for that, and I
A
thought it.
jackalope?
No.
I hate.
Am I just crazy? I think I'm crazy.
I'm so sorry, Cedric. Gordon, you hear that, and you actually know that there are two possible definitions of an alicorn. The first is a winged unicorn.
like a
The
Pegasus.
second
Mhm.
is the severed horn of a unicorn, used typically for medicinal purposes or for very dark rituals.
Ooh.
And given Sue's reaction, you think it's the second.
I take it we're not talking about the flying animal.
No. The hags, this is... She looks around, and she is going to cast a spell. She pulls out a bundle of herbs from her bag, and she arranges them into a pattern on the table that she lays her hand over, and you see them flare up with vibrant green color before fading. And she says, the hags used the severed horn of a unicorn to hold to freeze Zybilna in time.
Hmm.
That horn is the only thing that can bring her back.
Yeah, it does. I do have in my notes Free the Dormant Queen. That does make sense.
As far as I know, the hags still have it.
Do you know anything about Sir Wigglewog?
What?
I don't know. Do you recognize the name Sir Wigglewog?
Sir Wigglewog. Oh, he's a knight. He's a knight of the Sodden Court. Yes.
Knight of the what court?
Let me make sure I'm giving you the right name here. Give me one. The Soggy Court. That sounds so much worse. I'm calling it the Sodden Court. That's better. Make sure I'm using that word right. Yeah, thoroughly soaked, soggy and heavy. It just sounds better.
Because we were told that he needed to be rescued.
Oh, very possibly. I haven't been to Downfall in a while. Agden's tollway has made sure of that. But if something is happening there, then he might well need your help. From what I've heard, Sir Wigglewog is a good woman. She's...
Oh, I'm sorry. I said he because I thought Sir was he and lady or like whatever. Yeah, okay, yeah, never mind. Yep.
Sir, S-E-R, is a gender-neutral term used to refer to a knight.
I see.
Sue says that in character, and I also say that out of character. That might be more reason to go than to Downfall. If you can get Sir Wigglewog on your side, she might prove a valiant comrade.
Oh, look at us, ingratiating ourselves with the local flavor already.
I will say, though, in the future, be very careful to whom you mention the alicorn. The hags would not like it if they caught wind that you are trying to free Zybilna. I, however, would be forever in your debt if you accomplish this. I think that's enough heavy talk for one dinner. I know I've built up quite an appetite.
Ooh. I just have one thing in my notes here. It says Bavlorna lost a book.
I was about to bring that up actually, because I just saw that too.
Yeah.
I haven't been to Downfall in months. I can't say I know much about that.
Okay. Well, thank
But
you for
she-
what you did know.
Of course, of course. Thank you for what you're trying to do. It's been a while since I've had anyone try to stand up to her. Longer still since they've actually gotten anywhere. Let's get you folks a bath and to bed, shall we?
Wouldn't disagree.
And she is going to help you all. She takes the dishes from you. As far as you can tell, she works here by herself. There are no other attendants at the inn. And after she sees you settled, she is going to retire to her study. And the 5 of you can head. Make sure that I have the right thing. Head upstairs to the bedrooms.
JD,
Yes.
I was gonna ask her about the wings, which is why I was specifying if I could show them.
Oh,
Did
okay.
ask, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, but we might have steamrolled over that.
Yeah.
Yeah. While she's maybe like prepping and like finishing cleaning up, you can head into the kitchen and ask her about that. Yes, dearie?
Hey, I was before earlier. We were attacked by some creatures here. They referred to me as Majesty. The only thing
Have I been disrespectful towards a monarch?
No, maybe.
She's saying it playfully, you can tell.
Yeah. Do you have any idea what that could be? The only thing I could think of is these, as he has the rainbow butterfly wings appear.
Her eyes widen in unmistakable recognition, and she says, "Witchlight."
Oh, did we not
Remarkable.
mention Witchlight at some point?
No, you've never said the words witchlight to her.
Oh, okay.
Remarkable.
The Witchlight monarch.
Ooh, dearie, that will serve you quite well here. You're a lucky sort. I would keep that to yourself when you're around. No, Bavlorna will smell that coming a mile away. However, that means that you are something of a harbinger of joy. And that means a lot here in the Feywild. It's probably harder to see here in Hither. Not many of the plants have much life left to them. But the world will react to you. And you hold a significant amount of power here. I can't tell you for sure what that power will do. That's largely up to you. But be careful how you use it. Do you understand?
Yeah, I think I do.
And dearie, you strike me as the kind of person who has a habit of dabbling in forces they don't understand. Take care of yourself.
Wonder what gave you that impression, the curse or the demon?
Your shadow's been flicking me off for the past 30 minutes, so...
I was gonna say there's 3 things, yeah.
Shadow a dirty look.
The shadow's like...
I don't think I understand much anymore.
Sometimes it's admitting that we don't understand that helps us to reach understanding. She's gonna come around and pat your hand in a very motherly sort of way. Just be careful in here, will you?
Will do.
You can tell there's like a moment where she almost tells you to leave yours and Amara's door open tonight, and she's like, no, have fun.
I'm gonna assume this is just for looks, but does this table actually move around?
There's a lot of hands.
Oh, that's bad! That's very bad! No, you know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna say that actually those are, like, wooden arms coming out of the table at the top, like a coat hanger, or like a coat rack.
Yes.
It's a little wash basin, and you put the dirty towels on this side, and the clean towels are on this side. You put the used towels on this side.
It's a Willy Wonka thing where like the hands actually pick up the cloth. Yes, gotcha.
Ooh, that's so bad. Yes, that's exactly what they do. I hate it. Ooh, boy.
Imagining the butts being what was holding the table up.
Did you just give the table a butt?
I did.
Yeah. You know, there's a full torso under the
Underneath
table.
the table,
It has a whole ass.
No,
There's two legs, so it's
I
two
hate
butts.
that.
Well, I think it's 4 arms. It has.
Those
4
are arms. Those are arms.
Oh, okay.
But the table would have legs because it's a table, and I would say that the wash basin.
It's
is
a
like
Feywild. It's a Feywild table. It has a whole ass.
legs. Yes.
Yeah, it has a whole ass.
The wash
Is it glass
basin.
so that you can see the ass from the table?
The wash basin is
That's
clearly
why I
its
locked
mouth.
my.
It burps when you put things in it. And
Let your players make up details about the world, the internet told me. It will make your world feel rich and lived in, the
Hey,
internet told me.
Hey, I haven't done anything like that yet.
I would
Yet?
I would like to roll animal handling or something to make this wash basin my pet. And so,
Oh my god.
just kidding.
That's... You have to know that that's bad. For me, personally. You have to know that that's bad for me.
Well, if that's the case, it's basically payback for you taking his dog.
Yeah, you did.
Hey, he did that to himself.
I honestly, in the moment, thought that if I got him in trouble too, he'd be kicked out with us, so we could stay together. It was
Misery loves company.
Oh my word.
You know what? I'm taking this decision out of your hands.
That's good.
They should clearly take the room with 2 beds.
We should, yes.
Now, if
I
they
mean-
choose to move the beds together once the door is closed, that's up to them. But
Well, never mind.
Neffany
sense.
says, you know what? I want a bed.
Neffany goes with Laura. No, make it funnier. Neffany gets this bed.
Oh my god.
So Amara and Cedric.
You
have
know
to
what?
share the room.
Actually, Neffany runs in here, gets on the bed, looks at Amara and Cedric, and like, oh, sorry.
I.
I do like that.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
You're a dog. You'll hump anything. And so.
Wow.
Oh, you know what? You're right.
Oh my god.
Oh, beer.
Okay, have fun humping.
Oh, God.
Sorry.
Nope.
I did
No.
not mean to
No.
canonically have Neffany hump things, but it was.
Thank you for giving this dog more bad habits.
Oh, my God.
I also like that Alistair is a full human, but sorry, no, Gordon is a full human, but Alistair took the bigger bed.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, full human size is what he means.
Yes.
That's
You're a
so-
grown-ass man.
That is so in character for Alistair, though, to just take one of the king-size
Yeah,
beds.
there's a 3-foot rabbit in this king-size bed.
Alistair,
like a
it
actual
is
king.
so luxurious.
It's a waterbed too.
It's so luxurious.
Can it be a waterbed?
Fuck yeah, it can be a waterbed. Absolutely, it can. Why the fuck would it not be a waterbed?
Cool. Alistair pulls a piece of straw out of nowhere, puts it in his mouth, and lays down on the waterbed.
100%. Absolutely. That's what that's exactly. Yup. Sure. 100%. Let's go.
Is there a way to be like redder than like what Cedric looks like? I'm not.
Cedric, here's a weird
I've
question.
stated
What
he
color is
blushes
your
purple.
blood?
No, I've stated he blushes purple already.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
Your cheeks
turn
will get
like
purple.
vivid violet.
No one
Violet,
can see
Violet,
it.
You're turning violet. Violet.
Oh my
No
god.
one can see it because I don't see color.
I mean, you can still tell the difference.
You can tell the
I can
difference.
see a slightly darker shade
The
of
shade darkens.
gray.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
This is fine.
To avoid the awkwardness, Cedric cuts the bed in half.
Oh my god. I mean, it's not any different from sleeping on the floor, except that Nephany left and was in the center of us the last time. This is fine. Let's just go to bed. I'm tired. Wait, why are we all going to bed gross?
Oh, we all washed
Well,
off.
I narrated that y'all took
Yeah,
baths.
we all washed off
okay.
in my pet wash basin.
That's gross.
Mm-hmm.
No, there were wash basins in the end. It's fine.
Okay.
But
fine.
the party is going to head off to bed, and with that,
Can I have a performance check from Cedric? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh
Sorry.
my god.
I'm sorry.
we're fading to black.
Can I roll
And
Eldritch
Shannon and Cedric can decide that whatever happens, happens.
Blast? Can I roll Eldritch Blast against the bunny?
Unfortunately, Alistair didn't say that. Kyle did.
Yes, can he roll Eldritch Blast against me? My AC is 12. And...
Like that.
Damn. Kyle over here absolutely calling himself out. But I am going to call the session here as we bed down for some real comfortable sleep in actual beds.
Oh man, as the feet move, my I'd feel like I'm on like a boat because I'm splashing around as the feet move.
Is being on a boat... Oh, you're on a waterbed. Is being on a boat a familiar experience for Alistair?
Not for present Alistair, but I like to think maybe I have a flashback.
You know what? You know what, Kyle? We might do that in the RP channel.
Okay.
You, JD.
Huh?
I have a question for you, JD, to kind of because we have the RP channel now.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Should we roll for not dying? For Cedric, if
Should we
in
roll
case
for
we do it
not-
in the morning.
I will say that if y'all make any decisions to go anywhere that is not downfall, then
I know
yes.
currently we're just chilling in the place right now.
Yeah,
so
I would think for
that'd
the
be fine.
purpose of RP, we're just going to be in the inn for a couple.
Yeah, the curse does not demand that you move at all times, but if you take action that is counter to bringing the gourd to Bavlorna, you will run the risk of taking damage. I will try to keep an eye out for it, and I'll let you know if Cedric feels any twinges, because the curse is giving you warnings.
Every time the fucking inn moves.
Because yeah, last time I remembered was like from my recollection was like I was not doing anything and he gave
You
me
put the gourd down.
Hmm.
You relinquish the gourd.
It was before he set it down. You gave me a warning when I wasn't moving. You were
When
like,
you
"Are
were when you were lowering it, I gave you the warning. I thought that's what I should have been doing.
Okay, because beforehand you had said, "Are you doing anything that is not moving straight to downfall?" And then you said I got a warning when I said I wasn't doing anything yet.
Okay.
I think that might have been because it was willful disobedience. You knew that you were actively doing nothing on purpose, maybe?
Intent is very important with this kind of magic. So that actually, Kyle, think you might well have been it, as I attempt to decipher the motivations of past Joseph.
Oh, I hate trying to decipher past Kyle.
Boy, howdy, it ain't
as we all
fun.
witnessed the other day when I'm like, oh, what was Kyle thinking at the time?
Yeah, what was Joseph thinking at the time? My God. But thank you all so much for playing. How are we all feeling about the session?
Good.
Yay! I'm sad that we're not in downfall yet, but I like this inn.
Do we level up?
I just lost my
You do not
hands.
level up.
I need to learn how to speak up more.
I just lost my hands.
Well,
Oh God.
I mean,
Yeah, when they're off to the side, it gets kind of dicey.
I think if I
It's a
do
little
this,
bad.
I can just disappear. No, it
I'm
doesn't.
colorblind.
No,
and
you
I have
actually
no
do the
hands.
opposite.
But no, you do not level up yet. There are specific milestones for leveling up, and it will happen slowly. Like, this is not a game based around power.
Yes.
It's
Especially because y'all started a level higher than you should have.
Mm.
Because level 1 is for chumps.
Yes.
So because you start at level 2, it's going a little bit slower than it would have otherwise.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I will tell you that as per the campaign, you are right now the level that the campaign thinks you should be when you meet Bavlorna.
Mm.
I'm amping things up a little bit.
Okay.
So that's not going to be the case here. But it will mean that things will be a little bit more dangerous for y'all than they would be by default with this campaign.
Yeah, the giant
So-
crane kind of gave it away.
Yeah.
You think? You think?
That's fine because, like I told y'all, I faced a cave-sized mimic because my other DM's actively trying to kill us. So I'll
Well, I'm not actively trying to kill
I
you.
was
I'm just
fully
not stopping you from
I
dying.
ran the
yeah, I appreciate that.
I ran the Rick and Morty D&D for my Wednesday game at one point, and there's a room you walk into, and the room and everything in it is a mimic. So the wall is a mimic, the ceiling, the floor, the
So that's an adventure that is trying to kill you.
Yeah. I mean, it's
That's what
Rick
it
and
sounds
Morty.
like.
Everything is trying to kill you in Rick and Morty, to be fair.
Yeah, that
But-
sounds about right.
Would you like